Ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
Back to what I know.
Just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, what if you like about Partier? This is the most badass original drama cast for your ass. Everybody, stop the point. I'm here with Ginny. Not first. First slept in yesterday, and I changed the title. Do you believe that?
Wow.
So I thought we'd milk the current situation without actually milking it. I have done Willy's videos before. We reviewed a lot of them. Big Willy fan here. I'm featured in a lot of them, and nobody likes to watch me more than me. So I thought we'd go over. I think we're probably going to skip over the lolcow stuff because it's redundant. It's kind of part of my story anyway, and you guys know that. But yeah, the fake swatting, maybe the not so common Boogie stuff should be kind of funny.
I mean, we could do the car crash one. We could. The
car crash? Yeah. Well, let's just see it. Yeah. See, let's just see it. So let's go. Let's check that out. We'll do what we normally do here in SFTP. Yesterday was an aberration. Let's get back on the train while I think about something else and figure out ways to make money. Oh, I didn't fix the thing again, too. The stream. I guess I'll have to read them again. What's going on, everybody? September 6th at Kaiser's Jose. Egg Picker, Model Joe, Just Why, Jordan, J Dub Dub, Just Why, Lex, Rexon, just to name a few. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. And here we go. Let's go check it out. And 3, 2, 1, and I gotta add that wrong one. There's typical SFTP right there.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Cut the music. Let's get ready. Let's do the intro because I like Willy's intro. So let's do the reaction.
Boogie2988, once known as the internet nice guy,
coming at you live once again through the power of the internet,
who made a living off making fun of himself and being positive, has now been exposed for over a decade's worth of lies, ranging from his mental and physical health to swattings, car accidents, crypto scams, hookers, the N-word, and yes, even cancer. And every time he gets confronted on his lies, he lies more to cover it up by either feigning principles, shifting blame.
Boogie can confirm that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer. I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that personal pledge right now.
You know, it's like, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Like, what? I guess I'm confused. Like, I should have known right there it was probably bullshit. You know, I mean, you can even see my reaction. Like that's a bizarre reaction to all I got to do is turn over my phone, bitch.
You're not seeing my medical records for 20, not for 50. You're not seeing my medical records.
$5,000.
Some Ordinary Gamers is offering $50,000.
Make it 200. Make it $1 million.
Okay, you know, he gets caught lying about being swatted, and he says his FBI friend put him up to it.
I have a friend who works for the FBI, and I asked him how to deal with the online harassment that I get from a certain.
Oh, Chill Force, thanks so much. $50 working so I can watch. I'll support the show anyway. Can't wait to see more content by degree. Milk the hell out of this drama. I'm not really milking. I was kind of half joking. We usually cover Willy's videos that I'm interested in.
Subreddit.
But his favorite tactic is hiding behind his mental health.
I don't fucking know, dude. I was in the middle of a panic attack after 3 days of not fucking sleep. I am mentally ill. I am out of my mind with anxiety.
Hey man, you're a felon who has all these terrible rumors about you. Who's going to hire you to be working in your company? Also, you're disabled. Also, you have no education. Also, you have no work history.
You'll never know what it's like to live with actual mental illness.
I'm in a very dangerous place. I'm a 400-pound, 50-year-old man. That's goddamn rare.
And when people continue to press him on his lies until he can't.
It is interesting to me that I'm a 400-pounder. That's the thing that always got me. Like, and he would say that stuff to me behind the scenes, like as if to him it was a gotcha. You know, I'm on my last legs. I could die, and like he just ran into me. I'm like, that's your problem. And he didn't realize that my sentiments, he just passed off my sentiments as like, oh, you're just a psychopath, is pretty much everybody's sentiments. When you die and do everything to kill yourself, it's, wait for it, your fault. You know? It is amazing. Like, he thought, he's like, see, like I'll put this thing out there, like, I'm 400 pounds, I'm 50 years old, I'm going to die. And he's thinking, you can't say anything. Yeah, I can. You're an idiot. It's your fault. I don't care. You know, it's bizarre. You know,
it's absolute shocker.
It is. Like, it's shocking that he didn't think that's the order. I can't use this because all somebody's got to do is say, yeah, that's kind of a bunch of bullshit.
Before he melts down.
Where's the f***ing lie? He won't be. He told me to, right?
No.
Piece of shit.
Is this what we have to do?
Destroy someone's fucking life! Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life! Because I don't want to destroy somebody's life! It's a status quo for me. It's to show the...
That's another thing is when he's really cornered. Like, he can't clear himself because he might destroy somebody else. Remember the guy when he accused Frank Castle or something?
Yep.
He's always like, I have to take the bullet for this one. Like, that didn't work either.
And let me show you how I handle status.
Yeah, it really is amazing.
Why do you keep threatening to shoot me? This is weird.
Because I'm going to kill you and take pleasure doing it. That's because I'm going to kill you. I'm going to take pleasure. Fuck
this on the
You
part.
didn't even do it, you pussy. I know what he thought there. I'll talk really evil and he'll be scared and won't come over. You think you're doing exactly the opposite.
I begged you not to make me talk about this on the show. I begged you.
You crushed it.
I begged you. I begged you.
He begged him. Did he? When?
Nah.
You think he made that up? He didn't tell me that.
I mean,
You know?
I don't know if it was. It could have been like a. I think he did mention like a bit in the stream like before.
He
they
never
covered
said
it,
to me because I
that,
made it.
please, I don't want to talk about this.
I made it abundantly clear to him back last summer. There is nothing that's off the table. Like that's my job. That's my role here. And he would say something like, "Well, just remember, Tommy, you're your lolcow too." And I'd be like, "Yeah, you're right, but that's still not going to keep me from talking about what I want to talk about." You know.
Mm-hmm.
So just get it. I can be friendly with you, and I can let bygones be bygones. But you get got. That's it. But he was the only one. Like Wings didn't push back. He pushed back. Yeah.
I begged you, Dan. I begged you.
Well, it sure can be. Sometimes not so much. But you guys make it a lot better for me than it probably deserves to be. Guys, let me say thank you for the follows. Thanks for the donation.
He's a performer to the end, isn't he?
And hopefully by Sunday, I'll be sane. Hopefully by Sunday, I'll be sane. It's pretty unlikely, though.
He is a fat liar with a tendency to dramatize everything and freak out and start crying and making outlandish statements. And I think it's funny as
Don't hurt my dog. Don't hurt my roommate. I don't give a what happens.
You think I want to hurt anybody is really crazy. You are
hurting me, Frank. You are hurting me.
I don't know if this is necessarily illegal. No YouTuber's been charged for it yet, but it feels like it should be. Just like those monthly subscriptions you sign up for, forget about, but are still charged with every month. I was paying.
What did you say?
We can. This is just his ad on about his like little sponsor thing.
Oh, there's the ad. Okay, car accident. 3, 2, 1.
He's had over a decade of lies on this website. It doesn't matter if it's him saying he was clinically diagnosed with bipolar and PTSD, only to say he was never diagnosed years later when questioned. The guy can't even be true.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I didn't know this either until I watched.
I didn't know that. That's funny. I'm of the opinion that he can't help it. Am I crazy? I don't think that. I think it's what is it? Pathological liar, and what's the other liar? Habitual, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I think he knows that it's bullshit, but he can't help himself because he's so used to lying to make his life easier. He's always like path of least resistance.
Truthful about a car accident. People would criticize Boogie filming while driving, and that same day Boogie would crash his car into it.
Oh, God.
ditch. People would pile on Boogie for this, so he would conjure up this wild tale about why he's innocent. Thank you guys.
My favorite was one time when he said people that don't respect pronouns should go to jail, and Dankula was like, "Hello there, Boogie. Nice to meet you." And he folded like a tent.
For making me buckle up and get off my phone. A semi-truck driver in front of me had a stroke. It caused a big pile-up that I unfortunately was a part of. Sam and Toki was a subreddit dedicated to checking Boogie's lies, and they found it very odd that there was no news report on a pile-up involving a truck driver who had a stroke. So Boogie posted a ticket he got from the cop to show that it was true. It's funny because it doesn't prove anything. If he took a photo of the actual pile-up, then that would be something, but he didn't, I guess. But the code on the ticket was for distracted driving, making it seem like he just drove into a...
He's not in his phone. It was a pile up. There's bodies everywhere. You can't help it.
Ditch, which is the only picture he posted. Who cares? I can't prove anything either way, but for Boogie...
Here's another thing I want you old kiddies to think about. If Boogie had become he was one of the biggest guys on the platform at one point, okay? The rest of them are probably lying too. He's just bad at it, you know?
It's code red. He uploads an entire video defending himself, adding so much detail, it has to be a lie.
I totaled my 2005 Buick LeSabre, and there's a lot of rumors.
I really don't think he had fat surgery either. I think it's a big lie. Clearly he did. It's the only thing he told the truth about is a fat surgery.
Surrounding it. So I want to address those rumors and dispel some of those rumors because some of them are so outlandish. I can't believe it. I should have never been on my phone to begin with. Not because it caused the accident, because that's not what caused the accident.
Well, I don't believe that.
But because it's never a good idea. It's called...
Imagine virtue signaling after you fucked up like that. Imagine wanting to use that for content. If I got an accident like that, I wouldn't tell you. I've done a lot of things I'm never going to say I did.
All distracted driving, and people have explained to me that distracted driving...
LFC Stu. To think we went from Mr. Rogers to YouTube to Keem's bottom bitch, I would say it was a cruel, but it was well deserved. Yeah.
Driving is just as deadly as drunk driving.
His ticket was for distracted driving, but he's never going to address that.
And if I had been on my phone while driving in this particular instance, in this accident, I certainly would have plowed directly.
And what would he do if Willie Mac was in front of him addressing this stuff? You're a bad person, Willie, until make more lies until you have to fucking cave. You know, it's so funny.
The back end of this car.
I'm going to miss Boogie because I know he's never going to talk to me again. Unless he needs something. He's never going to talk to me again.
I might have killed myself, but more importantly, I might have killed the people in front of me. The good news is...
Definitely, I will say this. Boogie's the biggest phony I've ever come into. And boy, Jesus, look at the list of people that I've interviewed. The people that have come through the show over the years, almost a decade that we've been doing like trending topics and drama and stuff like that. Boogie is the biggest fraud I've ever met. I'm trying to think. There's this guy I knew in the army. Yes, he's the biggest fraud I've ever met in my life.
Wow. Props
the car in front of me.
Wow.
The biggest. I'm from New Jersey. Like they're like lying is like breathing over there. He's the biggest fraud I've ever met, and I grew up with tons of phonies.
Nobody got hurt. Nobody got injured.
That's why I'm the way I am, because I have so many phonies in New Jersey.
They went from the car wreck to a hotel, and then rented their Enterprise rent-a-car in the morning and continued their day. And of course, all that's according to the state trooper. I don't know them personally, but this is what
this is also. If you ever become don't talk about your personal life, and don't tell checkable lies.
State trooper told me
he's a master. That's to do. He tells checkable lies. Like I'll show the ticket and just do the code. You know,
bitch.
Blue blur bomber.
There's no way the trooper told you that. What, did he go home with these people? Did he inform you the next day? It makes no sense. Here's another stupid lie. After Boogie's divorced, he was accused of dating a 20-year-old woman because he was sugar daddying her. Not very on brand for the nice guy of YouTube. So Boogie denied this tweeting. Boogie paid that girl. That would work, I guess. Also, treating her nice and being cool and being a good, successful, happy person that she could be attracted to also works. It's a lot cheaper too. Lucy Fox would upload a video saying she was a cam girl, and then
people say I'm the realest N-word. No, Willie Mac, you is. The show be delayed by Christmas. I won't be able to tell if Cecil replaces you unless Billy the Prince or somebody crazy like that does it. I don't. I get it. And I do it. I hope everybody goes on and makes money. I'd like to see Wings get an extra buck. He really, I don't think I said that yesterday. Wings really didn't do anything. I mean, like when he wanted, I know he kind of like didn't stick up for me the way I would have stuck up for him. I've heard that pointed out, but Wings wanted what's best for him and his family, and I understand and respect that. And he thought Keem was a better one to go with on that situation, but he never didn't not work with me because he wanted Keem there. He was always pretty professional, to be honest with you. Some people don't know the struggle. They're fed.
Boogie cried about his problems all day, was annoying, and didn't financially support her enough.
I was pretty much taking care of him every day. If you know what I do for a job, then you know I have to be at home in order to be on cam. Well, I couldn't do that because it would turn into an argument every time I tried to leave. Why are you trying to leave me? You know I need somebody right now.
Oh, he manipulated her too.
She'd end the video by saying Boogie was dating other girls who were younger than her.
And the fact that I know that he's doing this to other people, to other girls that are younger than me, makes me very upset.
Boogie
you went along with it, sweetheart, so don't give me that fucking horse shit. Like Boogie never dated anybody who was below 18, so I'm not gonna fucking go that route.
On Drama Alert denied.
Like, you poor thing. You got involved with a near 50-year-old man. Go fuck yourself.
Everything, framing her as a gold digger, but again, that's the entire accusation. That's the entire.
I'm sure she is, but she could be a gold. Am I wrong, Jeannie? She could be a gold digger and also right. Is got it correct?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
you could be a liar and tell the truth. The sky's blue. She could be. I'm sure she's a gold digger. It doesn't matter at all.
Point of the sugar
red herring
site Boogie was using.
She's a girl who's always needed a little help from time to time, and I don't know.
She let me down. Stand me in the back
about that. I'm not gonna dox her. I'm not gonna talk about our personal conversations. I don't feel comfortable.
Programmer Dvorak, nice.
Comfortable doing anything like that, but she's Yeah, I mean, everybody needs money, right?
Keem has a booger in his beard this episode, so apologies for that.
At the end of the video, she referred to herself as your
I'm not going to be vague. It's happened to me. I'm not going to even say it. There's a video out there of me that I didn't notice. Ugh. I wonder if somebody will find it.
Find it. Come on, guys.
It's not a booger in my beard, though. It's actually worse.
Favorite hooker or something like
I am generally shocked that nobody's figured it out, too.
Stop the point, bitch.
Because it's got a lot. It's got a ton of views, too. I'm not telling you.
Like that.
It's not a booger in my beard, but that's great.
Is she a hooker, or what is she referring to?
That's a joke that I like. There's a bunch of people on the internet that when they found out I dated a girl, they're like, oh, she clearly must be a hooker. She clearly must be doing it for money. She clearly must be trying to get
cut to. I'm doing it for money.
Money from her. So I leaned into
look at this
which
booger.
I guess was a huge mistake. But I would always joke. I'd always joke, yeah, I'm banging hookers. I'm having sex with hookers. Which, I don't know. I just leaned into the meme, which is stupid.
Looking back, this is just another lie. It's crazy how he would eventually admit to banging loads of hookers.
I'm a former sex worker Escort, and Boogie2988 was one of my clients. From LA, and I get a message.
You sound trans, lady.
On this website, I will guess which one from.
You sound like a trans. It's a they, them.
This guy who looked
Oh, you know why it's like that.
No, it's because they're trans.
No, it's they've altered her voice.
No, she's trans. That's her normal voice.
Oh my god.
I took women on vacations, and I took them out to fancy dinners, and I took them to like Disneyland and shit.
$40K a year.
Why do I have two beds? One for me and one for my hooker. One for me and one for my hooker.
This is my favorite Boogie video by far.
Hooker. One for me and one for the hooker.
It beats that's a lot of money for a person of color.
This was not just a meme. Eventually, the Reddit would find out that Boogie had a Seeking.com account, which again is a sugar daddy website. Boogie would finally admit on Reddit that—
Imagine being broke and a sugar daddy at the same time.
He may need to elaborate as well.
Actually, you know what? All the guys on that sugar daddy website should be broke because girls shouldn't do that. So they get what they deserve. Oh god!
Wow.
Saying I met
You just get what you deserve if you just in it for if you're willing to give sex to a man just for money. That's terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you deserve it.
Fox on Seeking, but she's the only girl I've ever met on there. Once I discovered,
Except when I'm old and I have lots of money, then it's okay.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
Don't you worry, Tom.
That's right. God. You know, if anything ever happened to my wife, if anything, I'm getting a girlfriend the next day. I mean, because I'll miss her so much.
discovered the caliber of girl you might meet on there, I was kind of done with it. But unfortunately for
Tommy needs a new mommy.
Boogie, this website shows that the account was still active. Someone would call Boogie out on this, asking why he was still updating his profile pictures then. And he was like, well, I still use it. I might meet someone there. And the guy replied, so you were pretty much lying when you said you were done with the site. And Boogie says, no, you misunderstood. I said I was done dating from
Tommy,
there, but I still use it to window
No, I'm not
shop.
elaborating.
This Reddit would
You
spell
find
the
it.
beginning of the end for Boogie. It was clearly gaining traction and living rent-free in his head. He'd go on to say that they were worse than rapists and Nazis.
I'm gonna be the next Dark Side Phil. I'm gonna be the next Wings of Redemption. I'm gonna spend every day online to keep you f***ing busy so you don't do it to somebody else.
Oh my god, I remember that. I'm ashamed of myself for buying this. It's a pattern with him. I really wonder what Boogie did to her quitting her job. That's so crazy. She probably just looked at his body. You know, I'm no treat either.
Yeah.
Look at me, Jesus. I used to be good looking.
So bring it. But I want
He's
you
the best looking guy in lolcow.
to know.
I
think you are the lowest of the low. I think you are the worst of the worst. I think that there are
But I'm gonna take a bullet for you. I'm a lightning rod. He's like Keffels. You know?
rapists and Nazis out there.
I'll die
who
for your sins.
Even
Yeah, he's Keffels. Keffels died for your sins, and so did Boogie.
though they
Trying to be
are
like a Joan of
rapists
Arc.
Yeah, he's like Joan of Arc. We set him on fire. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get that money next month either.
and Nazis, they are more redeemable than you because at least they're doing something they f***ing believe in.
Like hating Jews.
They may be pieces of garbage.
I didn't hear that one coming. Like hating
Pieces of shit. They may harm other people, but at least they
God, Jesus, get off the cross. We need the wood, Jesus.
believe what they fucking stand for. Even a disgusting piece of shit rapist is better than you.
It's important to remember that Boogie is a coward, so the minute he got heat for this take, he doesn't own it, he doesn't even walk it back. Instead, he hides behind Christina Grimmie, who was murdered by her stalker.
I'm going to try to clarify this one more time. Tonight on screen, I said something very controversial, and I'm going to stand by it here. But I want to make sure you understand, I'm not talking about internet critics, I'm not talking about trolls, I'm not talking about assholes on Twitter, I'm not talking about anybody who hurts your feelings.
Yes, you were, you're just lying.
I'm talking about the guy who killed Christina Grimmie. I'm talking about the guy who tried...
What's happening? She's a beautiful girl, huh? Jesus.
Mm.
See, I didn't know. Like, she got killed just before I got on baited. I was told normally I got baited, but boy, what a knockout.
He killed Gavin and Meg.
But they shot her, right?
Yeah, it was. If I remember correctly, it was at like a fan event.
Yeah.
And the guy came up to her and
with a handgun.
Let me double check.
My God, awful! And he's hiding behind her fucking death. There was no competition though. To be fair, yeah, I know. Like, how could you be so comfortable? Yeah. Oh my.
So
poor girl.
She was fatally shot while signing autographs. It was following a concert performance. Let me figure. Let's see if
did she die immediately or did she fight it for a couple days? I forgot. I know Katie probably knew her or something. So she was a real sweetheart.
Let's see.
I don't know why I need to know the gory details. I think I need to know the gory
It
details.
was a Glock pistol. Shot 3 times at point blank range.
Oh God! And he's talking about her.
Yeah.
God.
And Grimmie's brother was there.
Oh my
Grimmie's
God!
brother tackled the guy who killed Christina. Then the guy then broke free and fatally shot himself. Grimmie, I'm just going to read this straight from Wikipedia. Grimmie was on the floor and bleeding from the head with a weak pulse after CPR was performed on her and by an attending physician.
That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need. I don't need
Yeah, within the hour, she was pronounced
She's
dead,
gone.
So.
Got her in the head. What a bastard.
I'm talking about harassers and stalkers and swatters and people who show up at your front door and try to end your life. These people are the scum of the earth. I think they're just as bad as Nazis. I think they're just as bad as rapists, and they make people like me fear for our lives every single day. And
I don't mind. Frank Castle didn't do anything. I mean, he shouldn't have been there, but he didn't do anything.
These people, and again, you don't have to like that opinion, but I stand by it.
Bullying Boogie on Reddit is definitely a life sentence. His viewer count fell off in 2019, where he would then put a lot of suicidal implications on his viewers if they stopped watching.
I'm hoping when I get too old, I just get assisted medical suicide rather than go that way than an agonizing death. Yeah, I hear you. I think...
Maybe that's what Keep should make him do next. Go to Switzerland or something. Or Canada.
Oh my God.
Shot for the point, bitch. It's like, Boogie, I don't think, the fans, they're not real happy. I fired Tommy over you. Maybe we should take you up to Canada and have, the Prince of Canada push the button. It's legal up there.
They'll have to. The local fans will have to do a vote for it though. Like 70%. He lives. Anything below.
Imagine him lying in his application, say he's cancer.
I think, and this is my opinion, I think when the time comes, I'm gonna have no problem pulling the trigger, or like once I've fully given up hope. Once I fully given up hope, was fully ready to go. Once the internet is forgotten.
But I was hoping he would lose that level 1 battle. That would have been too funny, huh?
About me, and you guys don't need
the Defiance Brotherhood.
Need me anymore, and I'm not needed around anymore. And if I haven't found a wife and I haven't had kids or something like that, and I haven't had the life that I wanted for myself, and I'm just miserable and alone.
You wanted to be married and have kids? I don't believe that.
I don't think I'll have any problem pulling the trigger.
This would make people more angry, fueling the Reddit more, bringing everything into question, even Boogie's abuse. The examples are Boogie going back and forth between saying his parents molested him and raped him.
I got molested, but not raped by my parents.
I was raped as a kid. It made me who I am.
No, he said he was taped as a kid. You see that? Hold on.
Yes.
I was.
I should be making fun of anybody spelling.
As a kid, it made me who I am.
A rape could be redeemable. My parents, me, I got molested,
God.
but not by my parents.
I don't think it makes him a liar just because he's using the two words interchangeably. He was a kid. It's weird to challenge him on this. So Boogie would file.
Remember I never challenged him on that, and he accused me of challenging him on that?
Yep.
I want you to try to say that. I faked my molestation. They didn't say that. Bungie did. I don't know.
Break, making a video response.
Now this is making me this lolcow, because this is the stuff I love to nail him. But usually he was just pontificate and talk positively and stuff.
To the Reddit, he'd clear up some claims like begging his chat for car payment donations and addressing some edgy jokes.
Parents still alive? By chance? Here
we go.
This was stupid though. He was funny here.
Yeah, they are.
And are your parents still together?
No.
Okay, all right. So maybe I should take point then.
But ignoring his vast.
That's funny. I'm sorry. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you go and apologize for something like that. What you're supposed to do is like stick it up your ass. We're joking around. That's what the stream's about.
Catalog of lies. He said his biggest mistake was dating a woman that was half his age.
One of the biggest mistakes I think I have ever made, because I dated somebody literally half my age.
In hindsight, he's clearly lying here too. His current girlfriend is 30 years younger than him. This video would not change public perception, leading to him deleting it, and with the new growing hate, Boogie would double in his efforts in playing the victim.
I would rather hurt myself than hurt anybody else. Hurting somebody else is quite literally
Boogie's a martyr for retardation.
The opposite of who and what I am.
YouTubers would come together to make a support.
Like, the thing with all this stuff, the Boogie's never said, like I'm sure he thought about, this is what I'm going to say, or maybe he doesn't. Actually, if he's a liar, he probably doesn't. Like, oh, that's over the top. Nobody's going to buy that one. I got to come up with a better lie. He didn't even do that.
They all ended up hating him.
He doesn't think that far ahead, but he thinks he does.
Yeah, it's so weird. Also, Clown is weird, too.
Yeah, no.
He's a good-looking guy, huh? Oh, really? You wouldn't go for Colossal is crazy? What are you, crazy? It's like fucking Matt Damon, for Christ's sakes, a young one.
All I see with Matt Damon is Team America World Police. Matt Damon. So.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Are you like?
To be fair, in like.
Do you like dark guys? Do you like darker guys, like brown hair, or are you more into that? Because he's very fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Tall, like me, tall, dark, and handsome.
A group chat of 50 YouTubers.
Keemstar's dark too.
No,
We filled it to the max.
Think of the biggest YouTubers on the platform. They were in there. Clown was in there. Chad was in there. And our whole goal was to stop Boogie from killing himself. He told everyone over the summer, this last summer, 2000.
Clown's drunk.
Oh yeah, anytime Keem talks, he has to have a drink.
Greg, I would too. Believe me.
That we would save him. Every single one of us took time out of our days, talked to him on the phone for hours.
My time, the time out of my day was don't listen to these cards in the group chat. Go see a therapist, you fat prick.
Regardless, we spent hours and hours talking to him. And he would not take any of our advice. And it became very clear that this dude wanted attention. He liked people calling him and talking to him on the phone, trying to help him more than actually fix.
Clown really looks like I've never watched this. Clown's look like he's struggling.
Yeah.
I've never actually watched this.
In the stream that I told you about before, he mentions like that he basically had to have a drink each time he started talking, like he was done.
Fixing the problem. And that's what
he's sitting between Keemstar and a bunch of fucking the guy with pigtails. An Australian guy with pigtails.
He was seeking.
At this time, Idem said he was going to content cop Boogie, but he didn't because Boogie threatened to off himself if he did.
You're a sick.
Good move. Good move, Boogie. It worked. Well, at least it worked that time.
Twisted, manipulated motherfucker that was willing to go and stop criticism on you by threatening to kill yourself. What kind of selfish, manipulating are you?
Never tried that with me.
Oh, iDubbbz, if you make a content cop on me, I'm going to kill myself. Like, you literally said that to him. You said that to all of his friends. You said it to every YouTuber you knew, so you would spread the word out to try to stop criticism. That's how bad and twisted and manipulative you are.
Boogie spilled his woes to one of the people from the Reddit asking, would you like to know
He didn't lie about shares.
things that nobody knows about my personal life? I dated a 43-year-old woman for 6 months last year. Bro, you're 50, who cares? He says he lost 2 friends for not killing himself and that he's writing a book. Again, who cares? But this next part is Boogie begging the person to stay away from the Reddit. Get away from that hive mind. They are sad, scary, dangerous people. They have swatted me. I've been swatted twice this month already. Now the guy from the Reddit takes offense to this because they never encouraged anyone to swat Boogie. So he of course leaks it and Boogie has to change his story. Obviously I have no way of knowing who swatted me, and I never said that I did. I just said I got swatted twice last month. The Reddit at this point smelled blood in the water and they looked at the fate.
Yeah, this is the Samatoki, right? Oh, that's so too funny.
Police record showing that Boogie was swatted 3 times that year, but none of them were.
One of the worst things that can happen to you is if your Reddit turns on you, hence why I don't have one. If your Reddit turns on, you're in big trouble.
December like he claimed. Boogie being Boogie can't keep his mouth shut, so he starts adding all this intricate detail. No, you see, after the July swatting, the police supposedly don't include it in their blotters. He established it was just harassment, and they don't want the people doing the harassment to get the reward, was my understanding from the cops I've spoken with. The last welfare check they were gonna make public was July. Now, one of the visible welfare checks was in November, so this doesn't make sense. Boogie would respond to this saying, must be a mistake on their part. Can you tell me what that was so I know which November date visit it was? And I could ask them about it? Police records are always public, so this is all fishy. Somebody from the Reddit then decided to email the Fayetteville police about it, and they replied, thank you for your inquiry. No records have ever been purged from our system, and there has never been nor ever will be an understanding with police are dispatched to omit calls from public record. Okay, so he's finally caught. He has no choice but to own up, right? No, it's Boogie. He has to make an even more elaborate lie. Boy, that hate subreddit's gonna wake up to a real banger this morning. So I've always had a bunch of people tweeting at me for attention, ever since I talked to that one critic this summer. So I took advantage of that and slipped into DMs a few weeks back and filled one guy up with misinformation I knew he would mix in with the truth. I'm a terrible liar, and reading back it's so cringe. Claimed I dated a 43-year-old woman for almost a year. Said I was writing a book. half true, and all kinds of other stuff. I was hoping it would keep them busy. It sure did. Nobody cares. He's trying to frame himself as a super genius like he's Yugi.
He's done that to me too. He's done like that was my plan all along.
Laying out these traps. One of the things I said was that I got 2 visits from the cops in December. That's not much of a lie because I got maybe 4 visits last year. It was actually 3, but what's one more lie? Just shifted the dates around. Had no.
Tommy, shout out for Persephone. You're the Persephone. Jeez, I know where you are, sir.
They would latch on to that one thing like they did, though. To prove me wrong, they literally looked up my home address.
Got locked up in Persephone in Happy Home. I've told that story before. When I was a kid.
Cross-referenced it via police record.
They're trying to take me away, haha.
Yeah, that was the story. It was in Parsippany, New Jersey. You know, and you want to hear a really funny story? So I told that story. I can't go into it now, but I'll do it another time if you guys call it. This. I forgot that I told that story years ago, and then somebody made a reference to it and found the hospital, right?
Shot from the point,
around
bitch.
2020, around the time I moved here. So I panicked and I thought I got doxxed. And I ended up calling the hospital in Parsippany to see if they still had records of me or something like that. And I had to, and he said, no, guy, they've closed that part of the I forget exactly what they said, but I panicked. And then I was like, all right, I'll just write the guy that wrote me. How did you know that? He's like, you talked about it. And he sent me the fucking stream, but I totally forgot. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
First thing to go is memory.
I told the story. I had told the story before, and I just forgot. I thought, oh my God, this guy got my childhood fucking records. I was in 1986. I was 10.
Process, they proved I got swatted 3 times last year. Boogie was accused of lying about being swatted twice over the holidays so he could garner sympathy and play victim. Now that he's caught, he continues to play victim by saying he's been doxxed. They provide dates, making it easier to find my address. I mean, they literally violated Reddit's policy by making it easy on a thread to find my home address. It could even get their subreddit shut down. Absolutely insane. What's even crazier is they tried to make it seem like I blamed them for the swat. I didn't. You didn't, DMs, which is what kicked this whole thing off. There's no other way to read it. He then blames it on his totally real PR friend who gave him the advice to lie about his swatting. This was of course horribly manipulative and something I normally would never do. I have a friend in PR and she recommended me giving the misinformation. I just can't believe how awful it made them look. Doxing me, then spending hours to go through police records.
Sounds like Nick Fiorio recommended Tommy Sig.
Shop the point, bitch.
To discredit me. Unfortunately for Boogie, everybody isn't as stupid as he thinks they are. This whole thing made
he thinks I'm a moron, I'll tell you that.
The Reddit seemed like they were right, and it was now.
How many times can you go through life thinking other people are the moron, yet you're always the victim of your own stupidity? It really is amazing.
A mainstream opinion that Boogie was a manipulative liar. He'd delete all the tweets and upload a video trying to prove the Reddit wrong. And how's he do that? You guessed it. He makes the lie even more elaborate. It's now the FBI giving him advice.
I have a friend who works for the FBI, and I asked him how to deal with the online harassment.
Shoot them. Or fire a blank.
That I get from a
actually wasn't blank.
Certain subreddit, from Kiwi farms, from places like that. And he told me the only way to fight that stuff back is to expose those people for what they really are.
Oh, no, he didn't.
So that's what this video is. I'm going to show you some receipts that I think you should see.
Now, Boogie does do a good job at dispelling some of the rumors existing on the Reddit, like how he was abusive towards his ex-wife.
Supposedly, I made my wife sign an NDA, and they give it, again, false context, saying that NDA...
Good move. Don't sign those things.
NDAs are signed when there are things to hide, which explains why Dez has been awfully quiet on the relationship or any psychological, not physical abusive behavior towards her. And yes, I get that you're saying not a wife beater, but you're still accusing me of being emotionally abusive or any other type of abuse.
Thank you.
You're being hypocritical. You can't trust those types of hypocrites. And by the way, my ex-wife never signed an NDA, and here she is on her own Twitter account claiming that she never signed.
You bitch, you better tell me you never signed.
It just reminds me of when he does it to Desi too, of like, tell them this.
Tell them. It just makes it worse. It does. It makes it worse. My personal favorite, and by the way, I do not think Keemstar ever laid a hand on his ex-girlfriend, his wife, or anything. But do you remember when he had to like respond to? This is one of my favorite things. He had to respond to Great Andre. Do you go back that far? Because I know you're young.
Yeah.
You remember that? But I remember they brought her on, and they brought poor Melissa on. Melissa's like, he had never hit me. I would never let my daughter see that. It was something like that. I think it was like I knew it wasn't true, and it wasn't true, but boy, she made it sound sus. was funny. It was so funny. I remember like listening to that. I think it was a clown, and I'm just like fucking holding my head. I'm like, oh my god, she sounds like she's got a gun to her. Oh, I can make fun of Keemstar again.
Signed an NDA. She can say whatever she wants.
Now, this was already seen as not a very credible claim. The fake swatting, however, that was very viral news. Boogie would ignore every other credible claim on the Reddit.
They've been calling
me. And by the way, just about everything that Great Andrew Gay said about Keemstar is complete and utter horseshit. Let me just finish. Like, I'm not switching just because I got fucking shit canned doesn't mean I'm gonna start like making up bullshit. He just completely lied about Keem.
A liar and a manipulator for a really, really long time. And after talking to my friend at the FBI, after talking
Melissa was funny. Melissa was very funny.
To a friend in PR, they made a suggestion, and that was to bait them and see what would happen. So I did. I had a private conversation with somebody I knew who posted on that message board, and I filled it full of tons of misinformation to see what they would grab a hold of.
You fooled them again, Boogie!
But
you fooled them again!
Probably from that subreddit hacked into my Twitter today. I don't have access to it.
How convenient. I want to be clear, nobody hacked him. He just gave himself a blank profile pic and deleted a few of the tweets of him lying. He got his Twitter back the day after this video was released. He tweeted, "Got my account back. For those who doubted the hackers, here's the receipts. It's my login history for this account. Apparently they used MobCrush to spoof to get in. I removed my approved apps. Doubt anyone will care about the truth, but here it is." The attached screenshot shows nothing. One IP address. That's it. The company MobCrush would respond to Boogie saying that is their IP address and all it is doing is periodically checking metrics. They clarify, "MobCrush takes your privacy seriously. We do not ask for a greater level of access to your social media accounts, greater than we require to work seamlessly." Proving Boogie is just lying again. There's so many layers to this lie.
Someone probably from that subreddit hacked into my Twitter today. I don't have access to it. As soon as I do, I'll link this video, I'll link all of this stuff and show you guys. But take my word for it, I told them all kinds of outlandish stuff. I told them that I was writing a book, which is not an entire lie, but I told them that I was swatted twice in December. I told them that that I dated a girl that was 43 years old for the last couple of years because I wanted to see what they would do with this information, and I just wanted to keep them busy. I wanted to bait them based on what my PR person said. They said,
"It's always somebody else's fault."
Give them something to talk about. So I did. What they latched onto, though, I was totally surprised with what they latched on because they incriminated themselves so beautifully.
Wow, Boogie, you're so smart.
If you have respect for these people after me showing you this, then I don't want you to have respect for me because I no longer...
No problem.
Right here in one of the most upvoted posts on this entire subreddit, they show where they both doxed me, where they searched police records involving my address and my home information, and they have literally gone completely batshit insane. I mean, they've been calling me a liar and a manipulator this whole time, and I decided that I would just embrace it. That's what I would do in order to see if I can give them enough rope to hang themselves. They played right into it. I probably should have done this years ago when this harassment first started, but at least I did it now.
Boogie, all you're doing is proving them right. He's just incoherently rambling, willing to say anything to get out of the situation.
But at this point, my career's over. At this point, my YouTube channel is over. Public perception about me is completely gone.
It's funny. It could get worse. This is so funny to think about it.
So I had nothing else to lose at this point. If I lose you, one of the last things I have to lose over it, I'm genuinely sorry. I genuinely am. And they're telling me that I broke the law by lying about this stuff, so I might even go to jail. But if it was a way to try to save my career, I hope you can understand why I did it. If it was a chance to save my relationship with you, I hope you understand why I did it. This is completely out of character for me. It fucks me up having to do it.
What are you on about, man? Boogie has spent the last year framing this little Reddit hate group as rapists, Nazis, Christina Grimmie level bad. So Boogie is finally getting what he asked for. In comes Frank Castle. Frank Castle is a professional harasser.
And your obese friend.
What's
Huh? What? Huh? I'm just hanging out.
I'm gonna whip his ass for that. I can't stand this guy, to be honest with you.
On the beach. I'm Chad King. I'm from BuzzFeed.
Rum for breakfast. Tommy, do you have the chance of something hilarious? Get with Clown doing Catch 33 of you. Yeah, sure.
Go away.
Rum for breakfast.
He made it his mission to show up at Boogie's house, letting him know weeks beforehand. I don't agree with that at all, but it is karma in its purest form. So what's Boogie's rational response? It's to accept death. If you do plan to harm, just leave my friends and my dog out of it. You are welcome to kill me. Frank replies, we should make a video together where I give you a pink belly until your stomach has
It'd be funny if he kidnapped his dog.
burns. Boogie then got in his
So
head
it
that he
held
was
Sammy
going to
hostage.
Not hurt. Yeah, exactly. It takes Sammy and then show him giving him a lot of treats and being really nice to them. It's so funny.
Kill Frank.
You go to jail for that though, but it'd still be hysterical. Totally worth it. If Boogie ever gives you advice, do the yeah, right?
Russell, did you go to his house? Did you go to Boogie's house?
I'm starting to wish that I had at this point, given the little panic attack he appears to be having on Twitter. But unfortunately, no, it was not me.
But Frank, you did go down to Dixon Street last night, take a photo, tag me in that photo, and then say, "I'm in your town," right? That was you? Oh, that's on your Twitter feed right now?
Yes, that was me. I am in Dixonville right now, and I am in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
All right, well, cool, man. Let me make it very clear. You should be very glad you didn't step on my property.
Oh, wow.
Okay? And
Here
I highly recommend you don't. It'll be the last decision you make. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your problem is, but I have no problem ending you if you come here.
Not 3 minutes into the interview, and Boogie is already shielding behind his mental health.
Understand that this is what you're doing to me. You've picked somebody with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Now, why would Frank Hassel care about that? Like, he thinks I care about that. He does it to all the wrong people. Like, you got to do this to, like, some sappy chick. They're the only ones that fall for this shit. You know, like, Frank Hassel's not going to... Like, he's a serial harasser. A professional harasser. And you have me that has absolutely, like... My whole thing is, like, I know so many people that weren't in combat that died after the military that had horrible fucking situations and lives. It's just that I can't get upset about Boogie, who was like at the top of YouTube. No matter what bad things happened to him, he's still better off than some of the guys I served with. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't, like, so what? You have no idea what it's like. Yeah, well, like I was in the Army when suicide rate was at its highest. I can't take you seriously. I'm sorry. You know.
What the fuck are you doing in Fayetteville, Arkansas? I get that this is funny to you. It is not funny to me, Frank.
He shouldn't have. Let me make it clear, though. He shouldn't have went over there. And that was way out of fucking line. But didn't make it any less funny.
Ill. I am out of my mind with anxiety. You know that.
The reason why Frank's in the wrong here, Boogie, has nothing to do with your mental health.
Well,
Boogie then decides to switch tactics and start playing the tough guy.
Frank, I need you to listen, Beatty. Okay.
Sounds familiar.
Okay? And I'm going to hang up and you can say whatever the you want to.
You are crying and
I'm not crying, Frank. I'm threatening your life, Frank. I'm threatening your life, Frank. I'm letting you know that if you step foot on my property, Frank, because you have threatened me, Frank, because you said you would ball gag me.
They should have a drama alert insult schoolyard throwdown like I did with Nick Cash years ago. That would have been awesome.
Because you said you would rape me, because you said you would come to my house, because you said that there was a reckoning, because you said that there was going to be damage done to me, because you fucking threatened me. Castle Doctrine says I can end you.
Yeah, you didn't turn out to be right. Boogie's acting like a mafia boss. Come over to my house and see what happens. You can have your legs gone. You should tell him he's gonna put a horse head in his bed. You know.
No.
You touch
I'm gonna put a horse head in your bed.
One of my blades of grass.
I don't think it works that way at all, but okay. Frank then starts to repeat Reddit talking points.
I have a personal friend who he's like victimized with his lies and his weird, almost pedophilic behavior that he engages in. It's very strange and very disturbing. He's a 45-year-old man hitting up girls in their late teens and early 20s to come to his house.
I've literally never done that, Frank. That's a lie. Why are you lying?
I'm telling the truth.
I've never done that.
It was one of the biggest mistakes I think I have ever made because I dated somebody literally half my age.
Last time I talked to her, I said I had one first.
I got news for you. If something happens to my wife, I'm gonna walk around. And I'm like a rich YouTuber. I'm gonna have chicks all over the place. I'm gonna be like what's his face in Batman, and I have like chicks. I'm gonna show up drunk everywhere and have hot chicks with me all the time. And you can be my secretary. How about that?
Will do. Yeah.
All right, there you go. So I don't blame. I'm never gonna blame Boogie on that one.
Date with a girl who was,
there's a return of Keem's booger.
Frank is trying to prove a point.
I don't really know if I have any peace. Boogie is a fat liar with a tendency to dramatize everything and freak out and start crying and making outlandish statements. And I think it's funny as fuck, honestly.
I don't give a fuck
I meant what I said. Don't hurt my dog. Don't hurt my roommate. I don't give a what
Why do
happens
you think
to
I want
me.
to hurt anybody is really crazy. You are
Hurting me, Frank. You are hurting me, Frank. This hurts.
I am doing psychic damage to you, and you are crying.
Yes, psychic damage, but I don't cry over trash like you, buddy. There's nothing you can do to me that hey, Frank, there's nothing you can do to me that ain't already been done, buddy. This is status fucking quo for me.
It gets so unhinged. He becomes possessed.
Why do you keep threatening?
He thinks he's scaring him away. He's not. He's actually enticing him.
Shoot me. This is weird.
Because I'm going to fucking kill you and take pleasure doing it. Yeah. I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to take pleasure. Fuck.
Boogie was known as the non-combative jolly giant of YouTube, so this was quite shocking to see at the time.
I would rather hurt
That
myself
would be come to be expected.
than hurt anybody else. Hurting somebody else is quite literally the opposite of who and what I am.
Boogie, he's obviously trolling you, so stop giving him a reaction.
Oh,
Saying you're gonna kill somebody who's pissing you off.
I do have a choice in ending him. So once again, this town is only 10 miles away, 10 miles apart. I'm in the middle of it. You can't be more than 5 miles from me right now.
I'm like 5 minutes from you at this moment right now.
Then come here.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's gonna shoot him after you tell him to come over. That's not Castle Doctrine. Boogie, Tommy. I bet they play that in court. Boogie, Tommy, come to the day of my daughter's wedding. Oh wait, girlfriend. Yeah.
Come the fuck here.
Boogie and Frank would also debate on the kill stream. Boogie would immediately open up lying about never being with a hooker.
And don't get me wrong, I'm a really lonely man because all this COVID you can't get a hooker. I have tried. And you can't get a hooker during this COVID.
Wow.
And like, here's the thing.
That's
like,
untrue.
most of the girls
Oh, that's crazy.
That's bullshit. Yeah, you probably can. I honestly wouldn't know.
Boogie's a hook in this stream. There's no other way to phrase it.
That's the thing. Like, I care about the people who hate me. I can't.
Is it wrong for me? Like, I hate his politics, and he says like horrible stuff. But I think like Ralph is one of the best like radio voices in what we do. He's so funny sometimes, man. Do you agree with me?
I mean, I just like
Ralph
getting
is
him.
really
I like
good.
getting him beat up. To be fair.
Yeah, well, that's funny too. But no, but he's good on the mic though. He can be really witty.
Yeah,
yeah, he can be really
yeah.
witty.
No, he yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say like I don't agree with his
like
politics,
Medicare in
his
a way.
horrible things about Jews, but I mean he is fucking funny.
Stop.
Why though?
That's such
I'm not like most YouTubers. I don't care if somebody's a good person or not. I just want laughs. Give me the yucks. I want the yucks.
Narcissistic fucking bullshit, bro. The problem is that I care about my haters too much. I just have so much empathy. I just can't. I just can't let it go.
I mean, if I was lying about that, that's narcissism, but that's the reality.
Boogie,
everybody's
lying
about that. What? Look, somebody's
fucking
haters.
coping,
I
bitch.
hope they die. I don't give a fuck about them.
That's why I like Ralph because he means it.
Like, what? Why would you care about
Yeah,
them?
man, I can't fucking.
Come
man.
on,
I
Boogie,
can't.
just tell
I really fucking
ass
can,
bitch.
man. I'm sorry. Like, and I get it. If you guys are so different from me, you can't understand that. That's okay.
Oh, he's done that to me too. You're different than me. You're not a normal person. No, I'm
He's on a whole nother level.
Yeah, he's
than
a
you.
whole other level of empathy, and
But that is.
Yeah, you
he's a better human than I am.
because you're so special.
What I'm saying is, I love you. I care about you. I want you to have a good life.
I don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, right. Like at the end of the day, I don't like you. I'm not gonna spend time with you. I don't want to hang out.
Yeah, you are.
With you. Oh, I don't. I highly don't recommend that. Man, I live in Arkansas. I don't know what like ass blue state you're used to.
Frank's like, you're a professional victim and all you do is cry, and Boogie responds with, you're right.
What will you do if Frank Hassel walks up to you in public?
Take him out to dinner, man.
He'd probably start crying or call the cops. He seems like a fucking pussy.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
You're like a professional victim, bro. You're not gonna do anything.
There is a real chance.
You're gonna call the manager and you're gonna waddle away.
Call the manager. All right, Karen. No, motherfucker, listen, like, I'll probably take you out to dinner, and yeah, I'll probably cry. This is hard for me. I'm not good at this stuff.
Why would you cry, though? What's your problem? Why are you so emotional?
Dude, I cry like 4 or 5 times a day. I'm a broken motherfucker. I'm a broken motherfucker.
Did you
Life's
learn
hard.
these manipulative techniques from your reps?
Now, this might have garnered sympathy before, but at this point, he's pulled the card too many times. Used it for the Reddit, used it for the iDubbbz content cop, he used it for Turkey Tom's video. Boogie's sympathy tactics aren't working against Frank Hassel because
I heard you laid into Tom.
Frank is a psycho, so Boogie starts lying. He's like, the last time I was in a fight, I hurt the guy so bad I became a pacifist.
Who did you hit, and why did you decide that was okay?
So I was about 12, and these kids jumped me in the local park.
and I ended up fighting back, and I ended up hurting one of the kids pretty bad, and that caused a lot of trouble for my family. And I decided
Did that make you like
tripped and fell on him.
like, did that kind of like dissuade you from fighting physically because you like hurt this guy so bad, and you're kind of like,
Yeah,
I believe that.
you're literally
a dangerous person.
Talk about.
and you're
Like I
you're
talk
hitting
about my
people too hard.
depersonalization, it's one of the first times I depersonalized and did something horrible, and that's like why I chose to like be an introvert. It's why I chose to eat myself to death. It's like one of the many reasons I've chosen to.
Because you want to fight in the park.
Because like I hurt somebody and didn't have a lot of control over it when I did.
Boogie punching that kid once made him obese. You heard it here first, folks. Boogie would also say he was depressed during COVID and that the only time he broke isolation was to go to a BLM march.
I used to film videos with my friends. I was used to having like Saturday night parties where we drafted Magic and played video games and fun around. And so that was pretty rough. I don't like being isolated, but I had to stay safe. Eventually, I did break isolation to go to a BLM march. Just
wait, hold on, Boogie.
Yeah,
wait. What do you mean you got up to go to a BLM march? What happened with that?
Yeah. So there's a BLM march on the Fayetteville Square, and like I originally wasn't very interested, but there was a bunch of violence that went down at the Bentonville one. Like apparently somebody threw a water bottle at a cop, and the cops fired rubber bullets, and they arrested a bunch of people and gas canisters to the crowd.
Ralph was like, "Good, deserved it. Get him." These cops out of line. Cops in the right name.
As a documentarian, as somebody who knows how to run a camera,
Documentarian?
I should be there to get
Yeah, he was gonna
footage
document
if
it.
shit goes bad. And like also, you
I
know,
remember.
BLM, whatever. I guess
Two
it's-
for you,
as
two
long as
for
it-
your
and
hood.
also,
Thank you.
if there's fucking looting going on, if this turns fucking bad, I want that footage too. Like, let's call out the bad actors. Let's call out the bad motherfuckers. I don't care if you're white or black, short or tall, cop or not. If you pull shit, I wanted to get it on camera.
Does he hear himself?
He's having panic attacks over Frank, but in the meantime, Boogie's pulling off citizen arrest during BLM riots. The minute he said he marched. This guy can't mow his own lawn. One moment sticks out to me though, and it's that Frank promised that this would be the worst day of Boogie's life.
Only thing you need to know.
Tommy told me about dress. I don't know if it's fake or not. I'm waiting for that situation to unfold.
About is that I'm going to show up and you're not going to win, and it's going to be the worst day of your life.
Yeah, okay. Buddy,
it's going to be fucked.
A day after the Drama Alert interview, Frank would show up at Boogie's house.
Come on, you what's the deal?
Listen, fuckhead.
Where's the gun at, you fat?
All Boogie has to do is not open the door. Just don't engage for once in your life. But Boogie can't help himself.
Yeah, on 3, pull the trigger.
Okay. Is this what I have to do?
You fat.
Boy, he really wasn't scared at all. I have to give fucking Frank that. He pointed a gun right at him. He didn't give a shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a hell of a game. You know, because I got to be honest with you, I would have been afraid. And I'll tell you why. Because the way Frank's looking at this is he's not going to do it. I know this guy. He's not going to do it. All right. I figure like Boogie's so unstable. There's no telling what he'd do. I don't know. That's the hand I'd put him on. But Frank's like, nah, you're a bitch.
God. Is this real? Is this guy gonna kill me?
Yes. He's here to look at the air conditioner, Sam. Is this what I have to do? Is this what I have
Are
to
you
do?
gonna shoot me in your doorway?
Yes.
Fucking deranged.
In about 30 seconds, I'm going to fire a warning shot.
That's another thing. He opened the door for him. He told him to come over. Oh my God. You know, I said before, I might take it back. I've said before, like, I think the only reason he got charged is because he's Boogie, and they probably did want to, like, because, like, we had this guy, Leora Lesser, he used to be kind of the shot from points lawyer, and he says, like, district attorneys don't take cases that they think that will hurt them, whether there's a legit crime or they can get a conviction or not, and they do take cases that will promote, help them. You know, that's when DAs take turns. Say, like, Boogie fired a shot in here, so what? It's like a big red state, right? But there's a lot, you know, I'd forgotten a lot of this. He invited him. And he opened the door. Crazy.
Fire it now. Okay. Fire the warning shot now.
Is this what we have to do?
It wasn't a blip.
I'm
That did shut Frank up for a second, didn't it?
Asking you to leave, Sam.
He rethought his choices.
Cameron, I don't know your fucking name. I'm asking you to leave. I'm asking you to leave, man. Please don't make me do this.
Boogie, why would you have to shoot him? Just stay inside. You never go outside anyway. The poor air conditioning guy is caught in between all of this.
Please don't make me do this.
Will you just leave his property so I can leave?
Why's this guy got a gun?
Because I feel threatened.
This guy's about to kill somebody right in front of you.
Stop the point,
on his property, though?
I'll shoot to wound. Sam, please don't make me.
It'd be funny if you shot his kneecap right the fuck off his leg.
Damn.
I don't know.
Sam is referring to Sam and Toki, Boogie's hate Reddit. He's seeing the Reddit in place of Frank Castle, like a human representation. Boogie would get a felony for discharging a firearm into the air, giving Frank Castle exactly what he wanted.
This motherfucker said to me,
You know, Boogie's like, I'm surprised he didn't hit somebody. They fucking discharged.
Yeah.
Boogie, I'm coming to your house one day, and when I do, it's going to be the worst day of your life.
You weren't wrong.
It's going to be worse than the day your parents abused you. That's what this guy said to me, right? And then this motherfucker went on to harass me. He ended up showing up at my house.
He kept on going on shows that he was on. Yeah, like, I have to rethink my position on this. Because I was always like, fuck Frank, and fuck Frank. But, like, God never needed to, like, even leave his holster. None of this needed to happen. But he insisted on, I'm gonna freak this guy out. I'm gonna make him scared. You know what? Boogie deserved to be charged. Absolutely. I changed my mind completely.
Yeah, well, Willie said from the beginning that all he had to do was stay inside for once in his life.
He basically said, bring a bitch on the kill stream, you know, and on Drama Alert.
And you know what? He was right. He made 100% good on his threat.
Actually, you made it the worst day of your life. Like, none of this.
It is now officially the worst day of my life. It's now officially the most victimized I've ever been. Even if you include my parents, it's the most fucked up thing anyone has ever done.
And nobody
Boogie's
cares.
victim status would hit all new heights, and to be fair, he is a victim here. Just nobody cares anymore.
Like Willie. So that's the truth.
Video titled "I am finally rich," bragging
Oh,
about
this
his.
is great. This is fantastic. Like, because I remember Kite came in and was like, watch, in like 2 months, he'll be broke. You watch. And it was like a
crypto wealth.
Did something very stupid that I do not recommend anyone else ever do. But it worked. I basically took every dime I had in liquid funds and invested
so he did it again.
In a huge gamble. And I did this at the advice of my friend Jesse Ridgway McJuggernuggets, who guaranteed that money, saying that if the money disappeared, he would help take care of me and help me rebuild. Well, fortunately, the money didn't disappear. And my thought process at the time was, look, even if it does disappear, I can always just go ahead through with my stupid plans.
By a stupid plan, he means Alt F4ing his life.
At the end of the day, making these videos has never been about the money. It's never been about the views. Never feel pressured to get one of those memberships down below. Never feel...
Do we ever know how much... We never could believe him. Do we ever know how much money he made on the All-In initially? Do we know?
I don't think so.
Pressure
because
he's always saying he was never.
Said as you said, like he says he's never been a millionaire.
Yeah, he had to be.
But
for a second.
Or at least had at least 1 point something million.
Jesus Christ.
Subscribe on Twitch. Never feel pressured to make a donation or interact with one of my sponsors. Never feel pressured to buy a t-shirt.
Oh, he's such a fucking
1 year later,
hero.
the crypto market would crash and Boogie would upload a video titled "I Need Your Help," admitting that he lost
it was 2 years ago. It was 2 years later? I thought it was like within months or something. My memory's off.
Everything.
Well, this is a video I've dreaded making, but it's time. So I'm asking for your help as we head into the holiday season.
That's when they really start hammering them. You know, like
biggest issue is that
this, and then 1 month later.
Yeah.
I had a nice big nest egg. I took some financial advice from a friend, and I'm not pointing fingers necessarily. I took the advice, but I put my money in the crypto market in the wrong section, and I pretty much lost most of everything. You click on videos you like, and you watch them to the end, and you drop a like, and you leave a comment, and you share it with friends, and you click the notifications, you do the YouTube stuff, you're doing plenty. If that's all you want to do, if that's all you can do,
but you can't do more.
I love you to death. You mean everything to me, right? There's a second group of people who might find themselves able to do a little more, and if you're one of those people, I'm asking for your help today too. Do you like the t-shirts I have? This one's not in the merch lane shop yet, but they're silver, and I'm making new designs all the time.
Got a
If you
shill.
like a t-shirt, buy a t-shirt. I make like a $9 profit off of a $25 purchase. If you don't want to buy something from me directly, you can shop.
Well, it's pretty warm down there that time of year in December, huh?
With one of my sponsors, that's always an option as well. If you like a product I'm selling, get involved with a sponsor, shop through them, use my code.
Birds chirping and everything.
If you're in a position where you only have like $1 or $5, you can
He made $6.
super chat that.
Crypto would bounce back to all new heights 2 years later, but he would say he only has 8K in ETH as of March, so I guess he sold most of it. In 2022, a few weeks after Boogie announced he was broke, he would announce his cancer diagnosis. Hey, debated not sharing this, but I got my official diagnosis today, so why not? I do in fact have a type of blood cancer.
All right, we know that story.
Mm-hmm.
Should I stop it there? I want to see me.
Stop the point,
it's
bitch.
me
Of
is
course
most
you do.
important. I want to see me. Literally do a stream laughing at you if you die, turning down 80 grand, laughing at you, and so will most of the internet.
Good.
No one will feel bad. I hate to ruin it for you. Nobody's
This
gonna
is
think
more
it's
important than money.
anything but funny. What do you think, Boogie? You think you'd watch down from heaven and it's like, oh, we were so wrong. He really did have cancer. How did we not know? I'm so funny.
Point he straight up cries.
Most likely have the cancer, right? But you haven't gone through all the steps, so you can't say you have the cancer or not, right?
Exactly.
And I find it very hard to believe, and I'm not willing to disbelieve
It's
that
fine,
3 doctors
Boogie.
who
Stop
said
freaking out.
diagnosed you,
No, that's why it
none of them
sucks.
wanted to put in the charge.
That's why it fucking sucks that I'm getting called by all of my favorite fucking creators a liar when I'm not.
You are lying.
Fucking lying.
You
And
lied
it's not-
1.5 years ago about a diagnosis.
That fucking Buddha comes in cold as ice.
Because he fucking told me. My doctor fucking told me I have cancer.
Hey, you're better than better. Who's that Mexican guy called in yesterday? He said it was him.
God damn it!
The show ends with Muda
George.
calling for Boogie to
George.
get fired.
What?
Boogie gets paid $2,000 to $3,000 a month from the show. It's his main source of income.
You get a little more now if they don't get another guy.
He's a complete liar, and I don't think he should be on this show. I think if you guys continue to pay him, you're supporting somebody that would blatantly lie about the most
Yeah, thanks, Buddha. I agree with Keem on this one.
vile thing on the show. 100%. No, I feel like if you let Boogie on the
Thanks,
show, you're
Buddha.
supporting somebody that would blatantly lie about one of the most emotionally destructive things in any society. That's where I'm at least.
I was destroyed.
The next episode, Boogie would come right out and say what everyone knew.
I've done a lot of soul searching since the last
No, you didn't. You got
episode. We've been making some changes here on the house, and I've been trying to think of different ways that I could.
He's got the 1,000-mile
show
stare.
everybody how sorry I am.
Be clear for the audience. What Boogie just said
Got
is
all
that his
dressed up
video
for it
2
too,
years
wearing
ago
like a
should have
polo
said,
shirt.
I have this disease. It may be the non-cancer type or the cancer type, but they're treating me for the cancer type. That's what the video should have been.
That's what the video exactly should have been.
He's still live.
I actually wasn't there during the meltdown.
Fucking tip off. That's part of the abuse. And she twisted my balls and my dick. And she told me that sex was disgusting and awful. And she told me that only just
Look at Wings. I missed this one.
disgusting, awful people had it.
Okay, but then, okay, well, let's not talk about any of it.
No, my dad masturbated in front of me.
There we
and
go.
showed me-
Imagine just screaming this on top of your lungs. It's just unbelievable. It's the same pattern. Like, no one's put this together better than him.
Keep going, because we get to the part where I begged you. So
pornography and asked me if
I bet he didn't.
wanted to join in and encouraged me to touch him, and I fucking did. I did. I fucking did. I fucking did. I fucking did.
Yeah, but it's it's like
Can we be done with it?
somebody
Can we
might
be done
feel
with it?
sorry for a meltdown like this or something, but it's just like he's done it so many times before. It's the same pattern over and over again. It's amazing.
Feel bad for him, but he brought it upon himself. No one trusts him with anything. He makes him read the donations, and it's so sad.
Can you get louder? The chat can't hear you. You're mumbling.
Okay, let's take a moment. Big breaths. You ready? With me.
Something says.
Wait.
He's lucky I wasn't here. That was.
Wait.
Let me get down it. Let me get down it.
I think your
Leah,
mic settings are wrong because we can't hear you. Even that screaming and yelling.
Scam Boogie, make him pay the $3K and mail the play button to Medicare. Leave something. Thank you for your donation.
Thank you, Leah. Something. We appreciate you.
Hey, Leah, this is one of my fans.
No, Scout. Boogie, keep your chin up, man. You'll get through this. We all go through the storm sometimes. Fault sees us through it. Thank you.
Look, that was inspirational. They had your back.
I don't care.
You got
Let me
this.
get through it.
You got this, bro.
Shut up.
You're doing good.
Shut the f*** up. Matt Sales says, so only people that aren't capable of refusing his testimony are allowed to be discussed. If they are dead, they're fair game. This is why, Dan, I told you I couldn't talk about this, man.
You can do
This
this.
is why I told you.
can
No, I
do it.
can't. I told you I couldn't talk about
Boogie,
this.
you knocked this out of the
begged
park.
you. I begged you not to make me talk about this on the show.
Oh, okay. So this happened after. He might have begged afterwards. Okay, now I know the time.
You crushed it.
I begged you. I begged you. I begged you, Dan. I begged you.
Dan.
You crushed
I
it.
think I've called him Dan once.
You did very good tonight.
You. I fucking begged you.
You did. What's going on over there?
This whole drama really entails the full lolcow life cycle, and with Boogie getting liar tattooed to his face.
Be entirely honest, this is not on Keemstar. This is not on
All right, I've had enough of this. Let's see the ending.
An eye or something. Forehead's too much. That's.
Oh, man. All right, I'm done. I'll take calls now. You guys have any last thing to say?
All right.
I'll
Also,
take
check my DMs with you. It's from Kristen Ark. So apparently, a true crime YouTuber has done a video on I'm Alex.
Really?
Yeah.
We should do that tomorrow, the next day. I'm thinking about taking a day off.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what my schedule's going to be now that there's no lolcow. So maybe I do Tuesday. I don't know. No, it's still going to be announcement only. I might start going to 4 p.m. Eastern. Might switch to that. I don't know. It probably depends on your school shit. Come thing. I think I might go 4 p.m. Eastern. I think I might. I don't know if that'd be easier. I don't know. We'll see.
It's still gonna make it real hard to get it.
We're basically an announcement only stream. You follow me on Twitter at Tommy C SFTP FFTP.
Do you have a clip of
Usually
that?
put them out there, or just sub. You can do that too. With the bell, Boogie's almost gonna say, "Why not? Why won't you die, Medicare?" What?
Day job, but
yeah, I've had enough. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if I want to watch that now, but put that in the tank.
Yeah.
Would Kite sent me something? I don't understand this. Do you understand this?
Off the top of my head, no.
No, I don't get it either.
Maybe Kite call and then you can explain it to us.
Kite has access. You can come in and explain it in his broken English.
Yeah, he didn't like your impression of him.
You know the guy. I can't. I start listening to him closer. I love making fun of foreigners. Well, he's not really foreign. He's actually living in his own country. But hey, it's still funny to me. Probably, he regrets it because he's a better speller and grammar than me in English, and he could barely. That makes him crazy. That fucking my dyslexia drives him nuts. Remember, donate to me. I have dyslexia. All right, let's take Winter because he's been there for a while, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
We're doing an after show today. It's the DayZ after show. Today we're streaming DayZ, me and her, and we're gonna find a DayZ thing to go to and play in there. So that's next. Winter, you're on the air. Winter, thanks for the support, by the way. I do appreciate it.
That's okay. I was just making jokes. I was gonna say, do you think Boogie might have multiple personalities?
No.
Because I think so.
I'll tell you why. Because there's I've read a few articles on multiple personalities. I would say it's almost a majority opinion now that it doesn't exist.
I don't know. I think that he needs to make a movie called Split. He needs to bring out Francis.
Francis, no, maybe it's also called being a phony. You know,
Yeah,
I guess
no.
this would be a big phony.
I twist my nipples, Tommy.
Get out of here, Winter. Bye. Thanks for the support. Oh, hi, Mark.
Also,
What?
High as a Kite explained it, so
Oh, hey.
it's a fable.
1 second.
Oh, okay, hold on, Mark. How is it kind of explain it? What?
It's a fable, so it's an animal fable that teaches the moral that vicious people cannot resist hurting others even when it is not in their own interests.
Oh, because
So-
he's stinging the frog and what have you. Oh, I see. It's a story that the Finnish mommy told me when I was kid, and everybody knows it. No, not outside of Finland. Oh, hi,
I
Mark.
learned that story in elementary school. I just want to be clear.
You did know-
everyone
you-
knows that story.
You did, really? I don't know that. I
Maybe
honestly don't know it. I don't know this one.
Maybe it's new school. You know, maybe you're just too old.
It's a new old fable, you know. So I missed that one. I wasn't familiar with that one.
So, are you actually off of lolcow Live?
Yes, sir.
That's fucking bullshit.
I
You
guess.
should have lied about cancer instead of sassy.
We get my job.
You should have followed up with, actually, I have double cancer, Boogie, so you need to feel sorry for me. And put him in that position.
If I died of cancer, Boogie would get jealous.
I can't remember. It was like I think it was you who when Medicare came on. You're like, "Is this bigger than the Boulder stream?"
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know, like I knew I was a part of something like internet history, and Mediger's there, and then it was. I knew this was like one of it'd probably be the biggest stream I was ever a part of, or biggest anything that I ever did.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah, I know, it was weird. So it was like, and then Mediger's on there, and I did. I asked him, like, is this bigger than Boulders? You know, I will say this. It may have been bigger than Boulders, but Boulders is still the best to me because that was like the first of its kind. The sequel's never as good, you know. But
it's
it was
also like Mundane Matt actually admitted.
I know, it's funny. Listen, guys, I was a really bad headspace. Remember when you said that? I was in a bad headspace. When I was fucking striking you for making fun of me because I'm a fat idiot.
Oh shit!
Anything else there, Mark?
No, that's it. See you later.
All right, you should send me a DM. I still am interested in your talents.
Okay, yeah, for sure. It's like peak season where I work right now. I work
All
in
right.
a restaurant. Yeah.
All right, well, stay in touch either way, even if you can't make it.
I will,
I'll keep
for
you on ice. You might get fired. Who knows?
Well, I'll lie about cancer, then you'll have to.
Yeah. Well, you got a job with me if you do. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, who's next? I know you paid better attention.
Steven.
Steven Sloan. Steven
Yeah.
Sloan, you're on the air. Are you the idiot that fucking that was hitting me up before? Go ahead, Steven.
Hi, Tom. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, I want to see if you're the guy. Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah. I didn't phone up for an argument. I just fancied a chat.
Yeah, but I want to like. Did you see what I posted? I gotta show people this. I almost did it without you. All right, you guys know what's going on in England. I'm not fucking getting involved in the whole thing and the politics, but I'm of Irish Catholic descent. And if you know anything about the what they call the Troubles up there, and all the brainwashing I got as an Irish American, Catholics and Protestants are protesting together, right? This is mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing to me. So Stephen over here, which I don't understand, true Celtic fans embrace immigrants. By the way, I'm not like a big Celtic fan, by the way. If you're racist, then you shouldn't be wearing a Celtic top. How did you come from me pointing out that two factions that are traditionally hate each other and sometimes even killed each other? How did you see that post as racist?
So, well, give me your opinion on what that post was about.
I wasn't giving my opinion. I said I never thought I'd live to see this.
So what do you perceive from that post?
I see this. It looks like there's a race riot going on over there. But that's not what I said. It doesn't even matter what I think. right? I'm just saying, wow, I was like pointing out, like, wow, these two sides are getting together. That's crazy. That's all I said. And then you suggested I was a racist. Like, how fucking dare you, right? And I rub back, I'm American. I wear, do, and think what the fuck I like. And I don't have groupthink. I leave groupthink to group thinkers. That was my response. You don't represent my club if you're racist, just saying. Jesus Christ. All right, let's say I said this. Look, I think there's an immigration issue over there, and I think they should put legislation to limit the... That's not a racist statement. I mean, even if I thought that, I didn't even weigh in on that. So anybody that thinks that isn't racist, and I'm not weighing in on it. Not yet, anyway. And then I mean, like, how could you fucking call me racist? Like, that's crazy.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Scottish. I've lived in Scotland my whole life.
Sure.
I'm 50 years old. I've supported Celtic my whole life. I'm a Catholic. I'm an atheist, so I'm not a practicing Catholic.
Yes, as am I.
I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Celtic's history, but Celtic.
I was there. I literally walked through heaven with my kid in October.
Right.
Paradise. Excuse me. Paradise. That's it. Paradise. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Irish immigrants came to Scotland in
I'm aware.
1888.
By a Catholic priest, an Irish Catholic, an Irish Catholic priest. I know. I went to the whole tour.
So I've got immigrant blood in me from over 150 years ago. So I'm not. So I don't have an issue with immigrants. I mean, I don't
have an issue with immigrants either. But I don't think that's what's going on here. And I didn't say anything, and you called me racist.
In the UK, everyone that's rioting right now are all right-wing psychos. I mean,
I don't know if the rioting's unacceptable. I will never prove that. But not everybody that's pissed off at this shit. They're pissed off about dead girls and a two-tier justice system.
But the person that killed those poor girls was a British citizen. It wasn't an immigrant.
It was. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. I didn't weigh on it. I still want to figure out why I'm a bigot, because I posted two groups of people getting together that I never thought would get together.
Because these people that are protesting immigration, they're watching.
They're Irish Catholics and Protestants, man. They're part of your fucking heritage and mine too. And they got together this one time. And I don't see that. By the way, I didn't post a riot. I posted a legitimate protest. I don't agree with the rioting. I don't agree with the rioting. I think it's awful.
I love Kino Casino. I love Drama Alert. I love Lolcow Live. But I just see a pattern that all you guys are all kind of right wing.
I'm right leaning. I've never hid from it. But what I said could not be interpreted as racist. I'm right leaning. I've never apologized. I don't pretend. I don't do it. I'm definitely right leaning. And here's the thing: there's probably a lot of Celtic fans that don't feel the way I do and feel the way you do, and that's fine. I don't go around calling people fucking racist names and stuff or stuff I don't like just because they don't have my politics. And I got to be honest with you, as an American, I hate secret knock clubs and shit and groupthink and stuff like that. I think people are entitled to feel what you want. I know it's not left-leaning club. Well, the St. Pauli came here to Wiesbaden a couple months ago. They're supposed to be totally progressive. They were like the nicest fans. And I got along with all of them. Sat down, had beers with them the whole night. They're fucking left-wing crazier than you guys. So I don't get this. And
I don't fall into a category. I'm not right-wing, I'm not left-wing. I'm a human being, and I feel for these people that are coming over in boats. You know what I mean?
I do.
Can you
I do
imagine
too.
living in a country
I do
where,
too. I do too. But I also
water, you're getting bombed.
I do. I absolutely. I do too. But I also feel bad that are people that are invaded by, and they're bringing them Islamic values over to Ireland, to Wales, to Scotland, and I think they have every right to protest that. And to sit there and pin them all as right-wing wackos like your goddamn prime minister is just pouring gasoline on the fire. I think that's wrong.
Tommy, 150 years ago, the Catholics came from Ireland to Scotland.
Yeah.
and we brought a religion, and we were treated exactly the way.
Well, guess what? Guess what happened to all the Irish Catholics that went to New York and New Jersey? They had signs, Irish keep off the grass. I'm familiar with all this shit. It doesn't change. It doesn't make me racist to say.
You just said you're not happy about Islamic people bringing their religion over.
No, their values. Their values. The religion I have no problem with. Their values. You know, they killed a ton of my fucking friends, right? You know I'm a veteran, right? You know I'm a 9/11 witness, right? It's not like it's an illegitimate complaint. And with all that, I still have empathy. I get why people want to come here. But you know what? There's a lot of people that come here that don't respect the values of the Scottish, of the Irish, of the English. And that's who they're complaining about. And I think that's just fine. I live in an area of Germany that has tons of Turks. And you know what? 90% of them are great. But it only takes a few bad apples.
Look at the rise in England. That you calling that British values?
I think when 3 girls get stabbed, and I think but this is what about that guy that got his head fucking cut off 10 years ago? This has been building for years. People have a right to be upset. You're saying they don't have a right to be upset. I'm not saying.
So what happens when a white person cuts off someone's head? Should everyone riot then? Is it
no? I'm not saying that. But I'm not saying that. But I'm telling you, it's not that common.
That Lucy Letby killed all those babies. She's white. Why didn't all the immigrants go and riot a couple months ago?
I've been seeing scenes of immigrants. I have seen scenes of immigrants and Muslims attacking protesters, attacking the natives. That would be the whites. I've seen all sorts. It's definitely happening on both ends. I'm not going to sit there and disagree with you on that. But I think the whole protest is one side feels like there's 2 tiers of justice, and I see it just by the way the goddamn prime minister talked. But here's the thing. I'm not getting into that with you. You called me a racist for saying, holy crap, the Protestants and the Catholics are getting along. They agree on this one thing. And I didn't post anything. I didn't post a riot. I want you to look at this. I didn't post a riot. This is a legitimate protest, walking down, holding the British flag, holding the Irish Republic flag. This is what it's about. This is democracy in action. That's not racist when I'm up there.
And do you realise that a month ago, all those Protestants in Northern Ireland were setting bonfires celebrating the killing of Catholics?
Well, you know what? Yes, and Gaza played the fucking flute too. I understand that. You can do whatabouts all the time. I've just admitted there's terrible people on.
Whatabouty as well.
No, I just admitted there's terrible people on all sides. You called me a racist for posting what I'm on screen now. You're out of fucking line.
So you're not a racist then?
No! That's a terrible fucking thing to say. And you know what? Here's another thing, motherfucker. Just because people fucking agree or think like you doesn't make them not racist or racist. And everybody disagrees with you. Everybody disagrees with you is not a racist.
Civil conversation. So you're happy with
you call it shot from the point, man. I mean, come on.
You don't mind who your neighbor is, yeah?
What? I'm a fucking foreigner in a foreign land. I live in Europe.
Yeah, but you seem to have an issue with Islamic people.
I haven't. No, I did. Why? Because I don't like their values. I don't like the way they treat gays. I don't like the way they treat some of them. Some of them come in excellent citizens. I don't think anybody's talking about them. And I think it's a red herring to sit there and say, oh, what about this situation? What about this one white person did this, or when that one white person did that? I think they have some legitimate fucking complaints. That doesn't mean you get to burn a police car. But you're acting as if anybody has a problem with it, they're a bigot. You're wrong. You're wrong. That is wrong. And that is just as bigoted as the reverse of just saying all Islamic people are terrorists.
But I also have disagreements. I mean, Indian people that when their daughters reach a certain age, they've got to marry a total stranger. I don't agree with things like that.
Yeah, I don't agree with it either. But I mean, we're not talking about some custom fucking thing they're carrying over. We're talking about fucking some serious shit, and we're talking about like murder. And we're told here's the thing. Here's what these people feel that you and your prime minister refuse to acknowledge. They feel like they're being policed different than the Islamic community. That's the complaint.
I live in Scotland.
Well, you are a part of the United Kingdom. I'm not an idiot, you know.
No, I'm not.
It's your prime minister too.
I'm Scottish.
Yes, you're Scottish, a part of the UK. Therefore, that guy has power over your country.
Sadly.
Yeah, I agree with that. You're not getting an argument. I listen. My Celtic pride. I would love to see a world where all the Celtic countries, including hell, the Isle of Man, are broken away from England. Believe me, but that's not the case.
Yeah, I just phoned up to make sure. Listen, I'm sorry I called you a racist.
All right, fair enough.
Just when I click on Twitter, I like the casino guys. I like the drama alert guys. But
those guys are crazier than I am, by the way.
I know there's a lot of right wing, and they all love Trump, and they're all. It's a bit, I like their sense of humor, but I don't like their politics. That's
all right. Fair enough. I don't like your politics either. I can still like you. I don't like your politics. I don't like. You want to hear something? I don't like Celtics politics. I don't like that in general. But you know what? I clapped for St. Pauli when they beat us and got promoted and then won the championship. And I don't agree with any of those fucking communists. And I stood up and respected them in Wiesbaden when they got promoted. And you know what? I think you can be right wing or not right wing or any wing and still enjoy Celtic and want them. Actually, I want them in the Premier League in the FA, but that's a whole nother story.
No, it won't happen.
It won't happen, but I want it. It'd be better. You do realize that your club is like truly international, right? Like all over Boston and New Jersey and all the place where people have Irish and Celtic defense. Yeah, it's a huge team, So there's going to be people that don't feel the same way as your average Celtic fan feels about Celtic. You do realize that, right?
Listen, every football club's got idiots, right?
Yeah, sure.
99% of Celtic fans.
But I can pull. They're not even my top team. It's more of a fucking heritage thing. All right. I root for Wiesbaden in New York. Those are the teams I follow. Okay. But I mean, I can root for them and not share your politics, can't I? And I think that's my whole problem with what you said. You have different politics than me, and I respect it. But you don't respect me. I'm like a bad person. I'm deplorable. And I'm voting for Trump, by the way.
Oh my God.
Deal with it.
Oh my God.
Well, deal with it.
What do you mean you're voting for Trump? You live in Germany.
I can. It's called an absentee ballot. What they should have used during COVID. I can vote. I'm an expat. I'm still a citizen. I can't vote in German elections. I'm voting. I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a big fucking Celtic shamrock at the end of the thing just to piss you off.
No, listen.
Just to piss you off, you. What do they call it? What do they call the Catholics over there? What's the bad word?
Fenians.
Fenian, you fucking Fenian. People think differently than you, and I tell you something. That is just like the entire intolerance that outrages you. But by the way, outrages me too. Is the type of like intolerance that you're showing for people that think differently than you.
No, but I'm a welcoming person. I would welcome someone. These people that are rioting in the UK, they don't want these people in their country. I mean, in 50 years' time, when half the planet has burned to a crisp because of global warming, these people have got to come somewhere.
You're in it. You're in it, man. All right.
People in Africa, look at Dubai. Dubai is like 60 degrees 24/7. You will not be able to live there in 30 years' time. These people need to come to other countries. We can't just say, "Oh, this is your country. You can't come in." Who decides that?
The laws of the land, the democracy. And then actually, you vote for people, and those people you vote for people that want to install the laws of you. That's how democracy works. So if you get a bunch of people that are right wing, sorry, it goes both ways, and they want to limit immigration. That's not inherently racist. That's the will of the people. That's how democracy works. That's how a republic works, or a kingdom, or constitutional republic works.
I work in the care industry. If it wasn't for immigration, half the care industry would be on its knees. Well, the care industry is on its knees as it is, but we need immigrants to care for our people and be doctors and surgeons and dentists and nurses. We need these people.
I think the problem is if that's all that was coming. First of all, I was in Glasgow just a couple months ago. There weren't all doctors and nurses.
No, but a lot of them are carers.
I'm sure a lot of them are.
From Nigeria.
I was talking to my buddy.
I'm on minimum wage. I'm on £12 an hour. A white person will not work for £12 an hour. When they can get £15 an hour in a supermarket. So we need immigrants to work for £12 an hour.
I think that you being of Catholic heritage and that some of the bigotry the Catholics faced when they came over from Ireland, you think this is the same thing, and I don't think so.
It is, Tommy.
It
we have
really
marches.
isn't.
We have marches all the time.
Much
we have
deeper
Protestant
than
marches
that.
we have Protestant marches in Scotland all the time, and they're celebrating the killing of Catholics. And the council allows these marches to go to happen.
Well, I'm American.
freedom
You're
of
allowed to
speech.
do that. That's protected speech where I'm from. Is disgusting as it is.
So, you know, if you but there's no way you could parade. You couldn't have a parade in Glasgow to celebrate the killing of blacks or Muslims, but you're allowed to have a parade celebrating the
I think
killing
that's a
of
different
Catholics.
issue. I first of all, I think that's
And
a different.
they say,
I think it's a different
"Oh, it's just
issue,
a
and I
parade,
don't
it's
think.
just a bit of fun."
Why aren't these Protestants and Catholics getting together? You think both of them are just a bunch of racists in Belfast? Don't you think there's something more going on here? I'm not telling you how to think, but I think there's something deeper here, bro. I think you ought to look into it. That's all I'm saying. And I'm still gonna watch Celtic when, I don't know. I'm gonna watch all the Old Firm. I'm gonna watch all the time when they're in Europe. I'm not gonna watch any more Scottish League. It's fucking like pulling my fucking eyebrows out.
As long as we win 4-0 every week.
You need to get in the FA, man. Fuck this shit. The club's too big. You got to put Rangers. And how awesome would it be if you were in FA Cup final with Rangers? How awesome would that be? Not Scottish Cup. Oh God, the whole planet would explode. That's what I want.
Do you realise we're not allowed to drink at football games because in 1980 there was a riot at Hampden and Celtic Rangers fans were killing each other. So there's been a drinking ban for 45 years since that cup final.
Good. You guys can't handle it.
That's how much we hate each other. I mean, you can
All
drink
right,
in
well,
England.
guess
you can
what?
drink in
I'm going
Germany.
to disagree with you, and I'm still going to love Celtic. How about that? You think you can deal with that? You think you can deal with that?
Yeah, no.
All right,
I
fair enough.
appreciate your call.
All right, brother. You take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
He was so mean to me.
It started off with a
was
wow, but it turned around. You know,
Well, he's an Irish Catholic.
it was
I'm gonna get you know. Yeah, I grew up. I grew up with all that brainwashing too. Wait till they find out you don't care if you're fucking Catholic or Protestant. You're all just what do they call them over there? Infidels. All right, who's next?
the teetotaler, however you pronounce his
I'll
name.
give him fucking balls for calling in.
Yeah.
The thing is, all of them are right. Wait, first of all, I am a little bit. I'm not anywhere near as far right as those guys on Casino, and I never wish anybody dead. Or well, depends. I was happy when they killed that Iranian general, but I think it's more the military. The teetotaler, you're on the air.
Yeah. Earlier this stream, you mentioned Big Bungie. I'm just curious, in internet culture, where even the Stephen Sloans are deep in this politics stuff. Do you think he has a future on this platform? Because
Bungie?
He's not now, but Bungie.
Bungie's one of the most talented guys I see. The only thing I worry about Bungie is he's too good, and you know what happens to guys that are too.
Spotlight, it's what are they gonna do to him?
I don't know. I hope nothing. I think things are. I think also when what's her face left, this new CEO, he likes to stay out of the spotlight and he just wants to earn money. I get the feeling he's only going to do stuff if it gets in the paper. So I think if Bungie stays out of the paper,
Yeah, I think
and you know what I mean by the paper, right?
Yeah,
there is no more paper anymore. But yeah, as long as he'll probably be okay. I think Bungie is super talented. You know, I'm probably gonna have him on here real soon. I think
that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think we'll give him some fucking live training.
Yeah,
give him some live training. I know you're right.
Yeah, I watch the live stream sometimes. They always a rocky start.
Yeah, it's a different thing. You know, I can't do what he does, and he's got to get used to it. But you could live is actually easier than making videos in some ways. You know, but you can't just say. You can't just go, Boogie, you're fat and stupid, you know, you got to have more, you know. All right, T-Toto, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Who next?
Yankee Rose 92.
Yankee Rose. You're not allowed to like Celtic. I literally, didn't I tell you that I wore this jersey just to piss that guy off? Because I have
yeah.
3 or 4 of them. I'm going to order another one just to piss him off right after the show. I'm going to order the new one that just came out. And Celtics one of the few teams that actually has green. You know, everybody else is. I got a green Union Berlin. My hero Benedict Hollebach. Yeah, it's like I'm not the biggest Celtic fan on the planet anyway. But boy, I'll be if they get deep in any kind of like European tournament or European league, I'm gonna go berserk. All right, Yankee, go.
Big fan. First
Hey,
time calling in.
how you doing?
Good. How are you?
How are you?
I'm all right. I actually grew up in Pennsylvania, so I didn't grow up far from where you were.
Whereabouts,
All that.
if you don't mind saying?
No, not at all. I
Bucks
grew up
County?
in Poconos,
Oh, I know Oh, yeah, Poconos. I used to love going fishing there. Yeah.
Yeah, well, my dad actually worked in Passaic for a very long time.
In Deceit? Oh, geez. So Poconos is beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
only white teacher in the whole school.
Yeah.
And growing up, they were the ones who were the most against illegal immigration. Was the kids that came from illegal.
God, everybody I know that's like really crazy about immigration in the States is Mexican. like on the right wing side, I meet more and more like Mexicans. I'm like a buddy of mine said, "I'll pull the ladder up myself."
No, but they really do. And
Some of
then
them
they
do,
bitch
yeah.
that
Well, they came in legit, and these guys are just walking over, so there was like work for them, and they don't think it's right,
Well, and that's the guy that was just on. I mean, I don't want to be an asshole to somebody who I don't know, but also the
He's
brain
alright.
deadness was. Yeah,
I grew up with all the brainwashing that he grew up with the fucking. It's I don't know. It's just like a weird victim mentality that I had to break free from myself.
I'm Irish Catholic too.
Yeah, everybody told me the British were no fucking good, and it's just a kind of a weird racism,
No, it is for sure.
But I still want to support Celtic. I'm still going to root for the Catholics. I bet he'd be really upset. I went to visit my Rangers FC Protestant friends when I went there.
You're just asking for trouble, Tommy.
Yeah, actually, it was so funny. I saw some Scots, and I didn't know that they go when you see a Celtic fan, you're supposed to go hail hail, right? And I didn't know that because, like I said, I'm not the biggest Celtic fan in the world. So these two Scots at the hotel I was in said hail hail, and I was like, I'm not a huge fan. I told them about when I took my son to Paradise and all that other stuff, and he was telling me. So I thought I saw him later. And I said, hail, hail. And then they started laughing. And we were talking. And then I realized it was different Scottish guys and their Rangers fans. Oh, God. You really want to make... I'm going to make the Mr... What was his name? Sloan? Kevin?
Steven Sloan.
Steven Sloan. I'm going to make him really sick. Watch this. My son's a traitor. My son's a traitor. Let's see if I can find this. Watch this. Watch this, Mr. Steven Sloan. There's my son with his Polisic jersey. He's playing the Rangers. He's a traitor. That was my son's girlfriend, by the way.
How old's your son?
8. No, he's 8. He's 8 years old. I was just kidding.
Oh, so his girlfriend.
Yeah, it was like he was just a buddy of his that was playing at the pub. They do things
My
different.
5-year-old nephew has like 5 girlfriends, so I get it.
Yeah, no, he did. He was. She was kind of leading him around. He was just doing what he's told. Well, like a good German boy.
Exactly.
Yeah. All
I
right.
didn't have anything too important. Just wanted to say hi.
All right. Well, thank you for calling, Yankee Rose. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Take care. Bye-bye. Corrado Sopranos in the chat. I'm so enthused. How much time do we do? 1:44. Yeah, let's get through these and do quick. Who's next?
Voltage Mike.
Voltage Mike. We have to do one and done. Voltage Mike, you're on the air.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Very good too. Must be a
Cool,
YouTuber.
sounds good.
Mhm.
Yeah. First off, just wanted to lead off with saying thanks for all the work you did for LolCow Live, Tommy. Not trying to glaze too hard, but I once asked Google Gemini, like Google's AI language thing. I said, "Do you know who Tommy C is?" And they knew about your show, and they commended your like no nonsense take towards internet drama. And I thought that was a very
Really is what it said,
way
because
to-
like I
Yeah.
remember when I was on Baited and like a year or two after I was on what's that not Siri, the one that Amazon, Alexa. You could ask Alexa about it.
Yeah.
But as I got less popular, you asked who Tommy C, and it was that Asian R&B singer Tommy C. I got replaced, but now I think I'm ahead of him again. I think he's actually retired, so I'm back. I'm back on Alexa and Siri. But go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought you kicked ass on LolCow Live. It's gonna be sad to see you go, but at the same time, I understand the circumstances. I think you've I mean, I'm just a chatter's opinion, but I think you've handled this whole situation very, maturely in terms of, internet.
As best I
drama,
could.
so-
I'm not the most mature guy
yeah.
in the world when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, my main question I was going to ask is, in the event of, after the height of, all the, with the Destiny stream, the fake cancer, all that stuff, the show kind of saw this peak, and inevitably there's going to be kind of a downshift,
Sure.
like I wondered, like, if you think that there's any possible future where, like, let's say in the event that there's like a drastic dip in views or memberships, do you think there's any possible future where Keem in general, like, just steps away from the show and leaves it to Wings and Boogie,
No.
since he's got all this other shit on his
No,
plate?
no. Like, he tried to do that to say it was a stunt. No, I don't think there's any chance. In fact, if he does do that and they're successful, he'll come back.
Fair, yeah. That's what I
he'll
was
come back.
thinking,
There's
too.
no way. No, this is not the way he operates. No chance. No chance.
And then my last little question before I dip out here is, since I was seeing some discourse about it on Twitter, what do you think about Salvo Pancakes being on lolcow Live?
I fucking watch, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if he does it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can I comment on that? Like, Salvo, I think, is like legitimately crazy. Like, not like he's nuts, but he is funny. Yeah, he probably do a better job than me. I don't know. He's funny, but can those two work together? Can't work with me, and I'm like a team player. So what are you gonna do with Salvo, who's not a team player? Would probably be looking to screw him. The two guys looking to screw each other. So
that, and like, I don't think Keem will ever work with Salvo again after that one clip. I think you played it on one of your Shot from the Points from Salvo's stream where he was joking, but at the same time, like you said, he's like crazy, so it's hard to tell.
He's talking about raping my fucking kid as a joke.
Yeah, well, he had also threatened Brantley and Keem that he was going to go to their house, and
that'd be an interesting move. I don't put anything past Keem though, but I definitely have to check it out. To be honest with you, there's no chance is that really seriously being talked about?
No, I don't know. I mean, I saw Salvo was the one who was talking about it. He was saying, "Hey, they're offering, anybody who wants to throw their hat in the ring if they want." He's doing his whole Salvo shtick. He's like, if they want this to be fair and balanced, they're gonna have to bring. Let me interview. Let me come on tonight.
The thing is, like, Salvo's really talented, but he's absolutely fucking batshit crazy. And I think if Keem brings him in, it's gonna really fucking piss off a lot of Keem's commentary friends, because he is not popular in the commentary, because like Salvo's got no loyalty to anybody. Like, he will fuck anybody over. Everybody's like content. There's no like me. I'll like when Keem would go on about fucking shares and 25%, I just roll my eyes, like there's no telling what the fuck he would say, and I don't think Keem was going to work in that environment, but I could see him trying it and then being gone the next week, as long as he doesn't call me back, because Shut
the point, bitch.
I really like the idea that I don't have to stay up late, and I like it more and more every day. Yeah. Until the views go down for me too. All right, I'll talk to you later, Mike. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, who's next?
Twiggy.
Twiggy. Shoot, you're on. Otherwise, I gotta get somebody else on Twiggy, and then if whoever's left, we gotta do. Go ahead.
How y'all doing today?
How you doing? Go ahead.
I'm doing terrible. I kind of want to die because I made a poor investment, and I'm not really sure if I'll just get into it. I invested in a little thing called Fatty Coin.
Oh, ha.
And things were going well. They were going well. A guy faked cancer. It was going well, but then the crypto market crashed.
Hey, can I ask you something?
That kind of
did Fatty go up when he lied about cancer?
You sure can.
Did the Fatty Coin go
I don't
up?
know, because I lied about that. But that's not even why I'm here. I just wanted to add, I have a word of the day today.
Go ahead.
Do you know what a dotard is?
I've heard it. I don't know what it is.
D-T-A-R-D. If you want, you can pull up the definition, or I can just read it out.
Why don't you just read it out?
We're all going to learn this together. So a dotard is an old person, especially one who has become physically weak or whose mental faculties have declined.
Yeah.
I think Boogie might be a dotard.
I don't think his mental faculties declined at all. I think he's just fucking a liar.
Retarded? Oh, yeah, that too.
He just tells dumb checkable lies. That's who Boogie is.
No, I don't think he's a dotard. I think he's a liar.
That's what Boogie is. He just tells checkable dumb checkable lies. That's what Boogie is. He just tells checkable dumb checkable lies. That's who Boogie is. He just tells checkable dumb checkable lies. That's who Boogie is. You know?
But it's compulsive. I mean,
No, he
you've
fights.
got to have something going on.
Yeah, there's something else mental that's probably beyond his control, but he fights tooth and nail for the path of least resistance, even if that path is actually more resistant. He's always going to take the easy way. Always. All right,
It's never going to be the easy way. And
it doesn't matter. Look, he could like the whole thing where with Frank Castle, all he had to do was like stay inside, right? Frank fucking broke a window or something. He could have shot him and probably got away with it. You know?
Yeah.
But what did he do? He went outside. So he's always going to go outside.
Bitch.
He's always going to open that door every time. I don't think that's the illness right there.
I would say it doesn't work, but it does work because he's still on the show despite being a liar, and because you wouldn't sign an NDA. You've been. I mean, I know Keem's been looking for a reason. It's been pretty obvious.
The NDA was the next reason. He didn't want to give me the next check. I don't think, because if you think about it, the money's coming in at the beginning of. I'll get July's money. I would get July's money. I should get July's money. I should get the money on the 1st. Or the 2nd, whenever he gets paid, and I'm waiting to see if that's the case.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you having me on. You're probably one of my least favorite creators. So
thanks. Goodbye. All right, and who's next?
Bring John Bon Zombie on.
John Bon Zombie on here.
I know. Hey, Tommy.
Turn my shit off, man. And then I have to do one and done.
One second.
Come on, you're wasting time for everybody else. Come on.
Yeah, how you doing, man? You good?
Good.
Okay, so first of all, like everyone else, I want to say thank you for what you did on fucking lolcow, man. That was awesome. You already know I'm a big fan. And number two, you were talking about what's going on in England, right? I think a lot of what is driving the English people to protest and everything. Also, one of the reasons is like the grooming gangs.
Yeah.
Maybe some of those. Maybe some of those people who are in the riots or whatever have family who had that happen.
Well, here's the thing about the grooming gangs. They did absolutely everything to protect their names before they got convicted. And then I watched the Prime Minister today, and he was talking, we're going to basically name everybody we arrest. Boy, they went out of their way to protect the grooming gangs. Yes. Exactly. We're going to make sure we name the people that are arrested for these riots. Boy, it's to the other side of the person I talk to. That's like, boy, you have a lot more conviction when it's us rather than them. That's the whole problem.
Exactly.
That's the problem that I see.
Yeah, totally. One more thing. You were talking the other day in last live stream about like how you like the lower leagues of soccer and everything.
Yes, MLS too.
My cousin plays for Catanzaro in Italy in Serie C, and they won the championship this year.
Oh, really? That's awesome. Is he American?
No, he's from Italy, and he's from Catanzaro in Italy.
Oh, get out of here. Could you do me a favor? He probably has a foot mob thing. Send me his foot mob profile.
I got his Instagram. I can send you his Instagram.
All right, send me his Instagram in here. Yeah, do that. I like to I'll check that out. And tell him I said congratulations if he knows who I am. I think that's awesome. So he's in Serie B this year.
He's moving up.
He went from regionals to Serie C. That's the third league. Yeah. That's amazing, dude. I can't imagine. That's crazy. That's crazy. I got to see my team get promoted to the second league. It was like mind-boggling. It was awesome.
Considering it's family, it'd be awesome to see him in the World Cup one day, man.
How old is he?
Well, he's 22.
He still got time. He said,
he still got time.
He better start knocking him in now, though. Time's running out to make the big team.
Dude, the state of fucking Italy right now, just in general, is fucking.
Well, here's the thing: if he goes berserk, is he a striker or is he goal scorer? Or is he defender?
He's a left back.
He's a left back. Well, if he starts making those nasty crosses in there and they start going in, he'll find himself in Serie A in no time. That's the thing. Because I saw guys that when my team got promoted, like 2 or 3 they were in the third league. 2 or 3 players went berserk. Right? They went they went berserk, and they were like gone, and then we got relegated the next year. So yeah, good luck to him. I want to see that. All right.
I'm gonna link that in one of the.
You can send it right here. I'll look at it right here. You can send it to me like right here. All right, guy. I gotta get to the other guys. Buonanotte. Okay.
Absolutely, dude. Have a good day.
All right. Bye.
Thank you, man.
That's awesome, right? Isn't that Ross? Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah,
now I have a
it's
co-host that
crazy.
likes football. It's nice. All right. Who's next?
Modal Joe.
Modal Joe, and then we're going one and dones. What do we call it? Flash things. Modal Joe, you get the last
fire.
like call of the day.
Oh, guten Abend. I just wanted to come in and say that guy Steve was a jackass because he's talking out of his, he's talking out of his ass. Like, I'm from the Philippines. I'm a fucking like immigrant as well, and I came to Switzerland a few years ago. And I swear to God, when I was growing up in the Philippines, we were told, "Oh, when you move, you gotta assimilate." When I moved here, I just had to watch like,
You're in
I don't
Switzerland?
know what. Yeah, I'm in Switzerland.
Just come over here. You're probably not that far.
Oh no, I'm gonna get arrested instantly.
Okay, or you're illegally.
No, it's not that I'm here illegally. I'm a Swiss citizen, but I have wrong think, and you know how the German government gets with that.
Yeah, but you could travel and have a beer. I mean, I don't.
Oh yeah, totally.
Are you like a right wing wacko?
I'm not a right-wing wacko, no.
Okay.
I'm more centrist, but I am leaning right-wing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just saying, like, look, this is coming from you're an immigrant as well, but I'm from a third world shithole, if that makes sense.
I think there's just some misplaced empathy on like, because this is like my background and my culture, and the Catholics are treated like shit in America. They're treated like shit in Scotland. They're treated, and there is some legitimate stuff, and it does happen, but they're seeing themselves as these Muslim immigrants, and in some cases it's similar, but in other cases the culture is the problem. It's like individual people. The culture is a problem, and then the two-tier system of justice that at very least is felt by the opposing side, and there is something to talk about there. When Catholics and Protestants start marching together in Belfast, it gets harder and harder to ignore that there's a problem. And you can't solve it by just calling everybody right-wing wackos and throwing away. There's a problem here, and I hope they solve it.
I agree 100%, and it's not like just happening in Europe itself.
Yeah.
I mean, like you were in the army, so you've probably heard of the Abu Sayyaf. That was like Al Qaeda's fucking sect in the Philippines, and they were doing the exact same shit back home.
Look,
so I'm just
not every Muslim is a complete wacko, and I'm well aware of
definitely.
that. But there are more Muslim murderous wackos than there are Christian wackos, and that's just a fucking fact.
And it makes you think, and it's just pissing me off how people are saying
we shouldn't import it. That's the thing. Like we shouldn't welcome large amounts of people from those countries. I think that's completely reasonable to not allow immigration from places that don't culturally fit the West. That's not a racist statement in itself. Are there people that just want to get rid of from their crazy country? Yes. Should they be welcome if they want to be doctors and stuff? Yes. But there is more to it than that. Much more to it than that. And it's to simply pass it off as everybody's a bigot that wants different laws and wants Muslims treated the same as the natives. That's a whole different bowl of wax. All right, I'll let you go. Talk to you later.
All right. You have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye. I think Irish is the last one, so I don't have to do it. And Lunar Parks.
Yeah, Scoozy and Lunar.
Scoozy. Irish Scoozy, go ahead.
Hey, Tommy. Sorry, let me just get you on speaker. Yeah, so I didn't quite tune in until probably about 20 minutes ago whenever the Scottish guy was in talking about the whole
Yeah.
I totally agree with you that it is insane.
You're not allowed to root for Celtic. You're not allowed to root for Celtic now. You traitor.
I live 10 minutes outside of Belfast.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
like to see what was going on in
What
the
do you
city
think?
on
Like, is this
Saturday.
like to me, for somebody that grew up with this, and like like I was always told about the old country and stuff like that. To see this is mind blowing to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
this is
insane.
just like, I mean, the hatred and all the horrible things that happen, and both sides are at fault with a lot of that shit. I'm gonna say that right now.
Yeah,
to see this in solidarity, I think this is worth exploring, and it can't be easily explained. As everybody here is just a Nazi, and that's what they're hoping you buy. It's not that easy.
Like, obviously, everything that's going on in the country is totally fucked. Like, unfortunately, there were some innocent people that were caught in the wake of everything
Sure.
that happened on Saturday. But we're hoping that the silver lining that will come from this is the fact that hopefully Catholics and Protestants might be able to live in peace.
Yeah. Maybe it's time to knock this shit off permanently. The sectarian horse shit off permanently, and release the hatred. You know.
Unfortunately, some of it did end in a couple of bits of sectarian violence, as things always do escalate over here. But it was.
I want people to stop dying. That's what I want. Stop dying. That's what I want. Dying. I don't want it on any side. I want them to stop dying.
You literally saw Protestants flying, like the Union flag, and then you saw them flying the Israel flag, and then also flying, the Irish flag.
Look at the Ulster flag right here next to the Irish Republic flag. This is mind blowing.
It's insane. It's honestly crazy. But that's all I wanted to call in about, just to say I totally agree with everything that you're saying. It's fucking wild. It's not racist.
I'm a little I sort of get where he's coming from too. I get the fact that the Irish are sensitive to immigrants and the way they've been treated. They weren't all treated well in the States. It's been a long time since they've been treated like shit in the States, believe me. But I get that at some level, because I grew up and I was taught this is the way they treated the Irish. This is what they did. This is why we had to leave our homeland. I grew up with all that fucking brainwashing. All right. So I get it to a certain extent, but not every situation is like ours. It's different, and there's more nuance. In some cases, like you said, innocent people, it is, but it's not all cases. And there's something to be talked about. And I am not, like, what I saw that prime minister do is throw gasoline on a fucking bonfire. That's what I saw.
The fucking wild, man. But definitely, I think everything you're saying is 100%, and fingers crossed.
I hope nothing happens. Somebody wrote me, what do you think is going to happen? I was like, nothing good. Not now, anyway, but we'll see.
Definitely not. Yeah, we'll see.
Take care.
Thanks for having me on.
Anytime.
Cheers.
Take care. And Luna Park's list, because we already had the testicular, or whatever his name is.
Yes.
What's happening, guys?
Yeah, what's happening?
So I have a lolcow live question, if you're willing to answer.
Last one, and we're out of here.
All right, so it's good. So, when you were like in the group chat, you don't think it was possible that if you kind of took control of the situation and was like, all right, we're gonna do A, B, and C, that it could have avoided the situation?
I have done that.
If you kind of took control.
I have.
So what was the problem then? Like, if you're sitting there
come on, let's go, let's meet, and you don't hear anything, and then you don't hear anything, or Keem nixes it.
You do have this on stream, by the way, Tommy. Your screen.
Oh.
So you're saying that a dono. That Keemstar is high-roading you completely.
What's that? Yeah, I said yesterday, everything is his podcast, 100%, and he rules unilaterally. That's what I said yesterday, and that's the way it is. There's no taking control. In fact, as soon as I came home, the first thing I did was have a meeting with those guys and how we were going to go back out. Their biggest concern was winging it. They wanted more, and they didn't want to go through the just the docket, like straight down, which is I thought all their complaints, by the way, were constructive, right? I go, here's the way we're going to do it. We all walked away. We all agreed. Keem heard about it, put the fear of God in him. Boom, it blew up. So, look, I am a leader, and I have no problem saying that.
Okay.
And, I am a leader, but you know what? I don't own anything, and I can't make adults do certain things. I can only say, let's do it this way, let's do it that way, what have you. When I had them alone, I was always in a good place. I always treated them with respect. And I try, obviously it's a weird situation because my job is not to respect them, but offline was respect, and let's get this done. Let's make it good for everybody. Let's make it good for the fans, and we will be rewarded. And I took their complaints. I said, yeah, you're right, and this is the way we're going to do it. Everybody agreed. And then Keem fucking blew it up. So there you go.
So there's nothing that you could have done to avoid this thing.
I don't think so.
It was inevitable, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, I basically came on yesterday and I said that I knew that would happen, of course. But it's not like I knew this would happen and I didn't do anything to avoid it. I think I dragged it out as long as possible. I dragged it out till I saw the NDA, and I said, well, I see what's going on here. I'm going to make him fire me.
That's fine. All right.
Yeah. I'm going to make him fire me because it makes him look like a liar if he did. So that was the whole thing. I dragged it off as long as possible. In fact, when I came back last week, I didn't talk about lolcow because I wanted to do it on the show. And it was only after 2 shows of me roasting. All right, fine, we're done. Okay? We're done. Then I fired back. Yeah. So I tried. I really did. And you know what? Here's the other thing. I had every right to quit. Every right in the world. There's a big boogie coming out of my nose. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm on worse than
Good
Keemstar.
Lord.
Yeah, Jesus, I don't know what happened there. No, I did everything I could. I even kept quiet. I said no lolcow questions. I did everything I could. It was 2 roastings in a row, and I was like, you know what? I'm just blowing the lid off of this shit. I don't think when I said I couldn't make it on Saturday, that's when Boogie supposedly posted the stream, which he didn't do because he probably doesn't know how to do. Boogie's not as technically competent as you might think. Oh, you saw the evidence of it, actually. And I think he posted that. He posted the stream. I deleted it to try to get it. Me deleting the stream was me trying to take control. There's another example.
100%.
Yeah. So yes, I can honestly say I gave it my absolute best.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I have a lot of respect for you, Tommy, but the only other question I would ask, would you be willing to have Salvo on your show?
No, I've had I have been nothing but nice to Salvo, and he fucking stuck me in the back, and he also made jokes about raping my kid. So no.
I agree. That's fucked up. Okay. That's fucked up.
No,
okay,
I don't owe Salvo anything. I did nothing but support him, pushed him on the other commentary community, told him this guy's the next thing, he's the next big talent. Keem snatched him away. I really wanted to work with him initially. And then he went on and tries to play red bar with all my friends, and it backfired, and deserved it. So
that's 100% fair. I can't argue about that.
No, I did. I reached. That's another thing I did. I reached out and tried to help Salvo, push Salvo, said he was funny. I gave a lot, and Salvo jokes around. When I was in Scotland, and we took a picture of over. Interesting enough, the Celtic Cup that they won in 1967. He thought it was a good time to joke about raping my child. My 7-year-old at the time. So fuck him. Fuck him.
That's 100% fair. I can't argue about that then.
All right, man. Take care. I did my best. I swear to God, Luna Parks.
100%, man. I appreciate it, man. I hope you will. Good luck.
Peace. Peace. Luna Parks, everybody. All right, we're done. Some subs we got today. I Enjoy Living, Britta, Sam, Chris King, Sam H, the JJ Bulls, Ryan Kramer, Brett Holden, Mr. Sean, and extras. I don't know if EXZ, I don't know. Thanks so much for subbing. Let's see. Teddy donated 5. Tribbles donated 5 for the record. I don't enjoy being twisted. Tibbles. East Coast also subscribed. Jack B. I chose to eat myself to death. I thought it was mommy and daddy's fault. Jack B. Death Chicken. Some people know how to the struggle of being effing fat. Our Tibbles are twitted. Our Tibbles are twitted because we are fat. I think that's a reference to Bobax, Black Lives Matter song. Chill for us with the big 5-0. Thanks so much. I did read his before. Reynolds Hughes, $10. Still catching up with the rest of the stream. That was it yesterday. Let's go to the other stuff.
Yeah. And turn your screen off.
Yes, this one I'll turn the screen off. This one I have to turn.
Thank you.
Off, believe me. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, I was gonna screech it. I was gonna screech at you.
Thanks, Ma.
No problem.
Yeah, right.
No problem, Thomas.
There you go. That's the way you talk. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm gonna try to get the ones that I didn't read. Couchman, he donated $2. LFC, I think he went from Mr. Rogers of YouTube to Keem's Bottom Bitch. I did read that one. Derby Murky, the show be dead by Christmas. Who will be able to successfully replace you and let Billy the Fridge or somebody? I think I'd read that. Derby Murky. Tommy, you got to elaborate. You sound like you're saying effing jizz in your face or something. No. Winter Gaming made a lot of fucking donations that I read. I appreciate that. Skip. Tommy, shout out to Persephone. Read that one. I was pretty good today then. I Bully Teppers, SFTP Bodies Lolcow. Thanks so much. He sent me 10 SEK. I think that's Swedish. I Bully Tipster. Yeah. It's I Bully Bullies. Zach Page. Hope you're all doing good today. Adams, another day, another dollar. Rum for breakfast. Tommy, you have a chance to do something hilarious. Get clowns to get 33 alerts. Winter Gaming. If Boogie ever gives you advice, do the opposite. Teddy. Tommy, remember 2 for 2. Yes, I did remember that. I think I read it too. Sebastian, Tommy, talk about Boogie's tattoo fake. I don't know, like, and the scheme, and he and Keem start devised to get him off the hook for crypto scamming about life. Like, I'm only going to talk about, I'm not going to call somebody a scammer unless I know a fucking 100%. I'm pretty sure he did, but I don't know if what Keem's involvement was. I'm not going to sit there and make up stuff. And then everybody turns to me for lying. I don't know what happened. I have my suspicions. Brahman Noodles, $5. Hey, Tommy. I know about your channel before lolcow. I've been tuning in since. Really enjoyed calling out the BS. Thanks so much. Ditch Nick, I think, Northern Ireland. To be honest, seeing that is mind-blowing. Yeah, that's all I was talking about. Teddy, a riot. Oh, my God. Did Running Riot do this time? Hides the kite, moved them to Siberia. Gee, man, sorry, but I'm glad to live on the border with Mexico and not the Middle East. Grandma's cream pie. That's classy. I have Sigma in my Pinot. Okay, LFC. A Liverpool stew, I guess. Is that LFC? Stew. Yeah, I'm guessing 5 British pounds. Both sides have points in the issue, and the leaders of the riots were actually right-wing. The leaders of the riots were actually right-wing Nazis, so it can legitimize them for obvious reasons. No, but I was hearing like Tommy Robinson was a right-wing Nazi, and I'm like, I'm sure they're out there, but I'm sure people are going to be arrested online that weren't right-wing Nazis and are just filming this shit. So let's see. If they only arrest the Nazis that broke stuff and hurt people, no problem here. But if they arrest Tommy Robinson for exposing and bitching about this and putting in a film, I'm going to feel a little different. Something tells me he's going to get arrested for this. And I'm sorry, he's not a Nazi. Nazi is a lot different than that. But there's another club I kind of support that's on the left and I'm not. Am I allowed to wear my Liverpool jersey? In fact, I lost my goddamn... what's his face? I lost my Mo jersey. Can't find it anywhere. I like Mo. Mo's a good man. Let's go to the Pats. Pats definitely get red no matter what. Yeah. $20 video games. You're fired.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was just that, making sure you got that.
Yeah, you just popped up on screen. $20. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Video games. You're fired. You're fired. I'd like to see Final Flashback. I do appreciate that. Oldbag, Mexon, Abby Blackford, Ashley B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grell, Everborn, Final Flash, Latchkey Goth Boy, Little Manly, Nesquick, Not Your Typical Mom, Panic Pun, Reynolds Hughes, Taylor D, Tommy C's Cat, Trippy Savage, Irish, You Need a Bottle, and Pitt Picklington, and we're done. If you want to go to the after show, just make sure you're a member or a Patreon or something like that. I'd appreciate that. We're gonna play Daisy today. It's gonna be called I don't know what we're gonna play though. Daisy. I think we should go to like a really hard server and die a lot. I think that'd be really funny.
Oh my god,
that'd be funny. We got to find one where we can both kind of like land in the same play. Daisy after show. Daisy after show. It's going on right after this. Let's go for 11:30. 5. And we'll fire it up and show up there and just stream. How come I can't do this? How come I can't next? Does not repeat. Start. Oh, it's got to be. It's AM. What? PM. We're 11. There you go. Yeah. There we go. There you go. If you're Twitch, I'll put the damn thing in the chat now and there. If you're a Twitch subscriber, member of YouTube or Patreon, or the really easy way is to boost the server. Wow, we got 25 boosts, and that's
Discord.
The cheap way. That's like the cheap way. Shh, don't tell anybody. I don't get that money, but it's a good way to get in if you want to be a member and get all the after shows and stuff like that. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you soon. I don't know when my next stream will be. Follow me at Tommy C SFTP if you want to find out. Take care.